saying no sense.
I have not unmuted myself, so that was an issue yesterday as well. So I was chatting away, and you couldn't hear me. So I'll start again. You know who I am. I'm Glass and Gadgets, aka Leonie. I am your DM tonight. These are my wonderful players. Fumbles and Fame are a Discord community, and I said some really cute shit about how we're not a community anymore, we're now a family, and it was really cute, but you missed it, so never mind. We have many activities on our Discord, from obviously playing games like this, to talking rubbish about rules, enjoying D&D in general, or several other D&D games. Tomorrow we have DM Tolly taking us through, what episode are we on now? I think it's like 8 or 7.
Really?
Yeah, they've been playing for a while. I'm sure they will correct me in the chat in a moment. But yes, they will be playing Tomb of Annihilation, and then during the week we have Dungeons and Dragons Online, and we also have Divinity 2. So we have some great gaming sessions, and then I don't know what's happening Friday or Saturday, but a bit of shameless self-promote. Oh, you were doing a game. Excellent. All right, what game are you doing? Is this your homebrew?
Yeah, this Friday, if I can just cut in, I'm gonna start with my homebrew campaign called Elemental Bane within my homebrew world. And there's actually still at least a slot open for anyone willing to join in into this world of madness and excitement that me and some friends of mine who are co-DMing have planned for these people. So this is this Friday at, I think, 8 o'clock in the evening, Fumbles and Fame time, which is GMT.
Excellent. And Saturday, I'm not sure what's happening on Saturday, but I know on Sunday I am doing my version of Curse of Strahd with some brand new players. And that's going to be very fun and very theatrical and quite different to what's been around thus far. It's important to note that while we love everything D&D here, we are not affiliated, endorsed, sponsored or specifically approved by Wizard of the Coast LLC. Yeah, has everyone had a good week? A good weekend?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Excellent.
It's cold.
It is cold. Here in sunny England, we are actually snowed in. I'm quite sure everyone's seen our panicked tweets of 2 inches of snow and how we've gone into a
Oh
hole.
god, 2 inches, help.
Yeah, I know.
The Atlantic kind
I
of.
mean, I'm in
exploded
Florida,
cold.
so 2 inches would terrify us.
The Northern Atlantic's kind of exploded over the week. So both sides of it are just.
Yeah, no, it's actually more than 2 inches. I think yesterday, so we had no snow all week, and then the rest of England was panicking, and then here in Milton Keynes, it just snowed all night, and we've got about a foot now. But it's melting, it's quite warm today in comparison to how cold it's been. So hopefully I will be back at work Monday. So just before we get started, we'll do a quick recap of what happened the first time we played. We met our unwilling heroes for the first time, all finding their way into the Underdark through various means, from simple things to trying to find members of their family to simply falling down a hole. Eventually they were captured by drow raiding parties and sent to Velkenveen, a drow outpost, where they usually send captured slaves and other stolen goods ready to be taken back to the city of Menzo Baranzan. Through that we have Lou, the fast-talking, fast-thinking, ever-charming bard, Umtum, the debonair and rather gentle giant Tortle, Vulcan, the rather reserved thinker, gnome, artificer, Erdon, the drunken, swashbuckling pirate wizard, and not forgetting his very precious Applejack. And last but not least, we have Wrath, one of Neverwinter's finest boys in blue. So our party met each other as they were jailed and captured. They met a Myconid sproutling named Shroom and a Dark Song Knight of Illustrae named Leestre. Together, as they awaited the slave caravan to come upon them, the group started their hard labour, using the time to gather and collect supplies. However, on the eve of their jailbreak, The day before, as they just wanted to get a few more supplies, the magic users of the party had deep and disturbing dreams of twisted creatures, demons, and destruction. When they awoke, they found the entire outpost covered in a blue mist called Feazrus, a powerful and normally rare property of the Underdark that can mess with magic, teleportation, and of course, the mind. As work duty began as normal, just as they were being set about their task, there was a loud explosion, and through an extended hole came a demon leader with a horde of demons. And so we will pick up the session there. Let me just move my happy players to the map and make some adjustments myself. Okay guys, so you didn't get a lot of time to look at this map last time, so there's just some things that I want to explain to you. So we're just gonna move battle map temp, and I'm gonna adjust some settings.
Oh boy, lots of demons.
Yep, lots of demons. So you can't see them on the map. Can you see the map?
Yeah, we can see the map.
No.
Okay.
For just in case you want to for the stream, you can actually reduce those portraits that are in Roll20 down. To
Yeah, that's what I was
names.
actually trying to do.
If you go into the gear,
Yeah,
go
in there.
into the gear tab, where it says game settings, chat avatars, player video avatar size, names only. Switch that to names only.
I was just doing that while you were saying this because that's the first thing I changed.
Excellent. There we go.
Out
Thank
of the
you
way,
so much. It's been a while since I've used. Right, I'm going to draw some things on these maps. So, you've been here for a while now, and you managed to scout out some information. You found out that there are some exits to the cave.
Yes.
So you found, and I'm going to do this in red. So you found there was an exit here. There is an elevator down here. And there is an exit here. This lovely spot here is your jail.
Okay.
This lovely spot here is the priestess's quarters, where you think your magic items are. This lovely place here is the barracks where you, or the armory, where you think your equipment is. Now I'm just going to draw some more lines. So you guys are here, you're all lined up, ready to go in. We have the kitchen here, K for kitchen. We have the washroom here, this is not important. So yeah, you guys are there. And we have the demons all the way around here. So that way is completely blocked to you. And then you have your drow capturers, obviously here fighting the demons. Some important information for you is the large leader leading the demons is a hulking winged creature. Its horns are straight, it has the face of a pig, and it wields a whip of fire and a sword of lightning.
Great.
Yeah, if we could double time in the opposite direction, please. Thank you. I'm just going to slip my hand and the bones that we collected out of the chain that doesn't actually hold me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And pull out the lock picks, and I'm just going to head straight to the armory.
Bro, can you wait?
But
Whoa.
I don't. Follow me. Keep moving.
I'm gonna run after him with my hands up.
So
as I recall, there aren't any actual locks on the chain, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
I can't actually pick the locks.
Do I have the dagger that we found in the poison with me, or is that in the cell?
You left
think
it.
we-
Yeah, you left it. You hid it all under mushrooms in the cell, and you didn't bring it with you when you came out.
Yep.
Alright, I didn't anticipate the end of the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
on me.
your drow captors seem quite engrossed. So there are 2 priestesses, several fighters, spiders. There are Quagoths, and they're all engaged in fighting these demons.
They can do whatever the hell they want. I'm gonna go the other way.
If we get
I'm
the armor,
gonna-
we can probably get those chains off you.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm gonna fall. I'm
thank you,
just,
that's
you know
very-
what, I guess I don't need to do this anymore, and I just take the chains that have been thrown on me back off.
Alright, so just to bring a little bit of organised chaos to this, can I get everyone to roll me initiative?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
First time I'm rolling with these die.
I hope they roll well
That would
for
be
you.
9.
15.
We have a 15.
That is a 9 from me.
Rolled a 12 and plus 3.
14.
A 9 from Urdon.
Right, so Lou had a 15. Who had the 9?
I had a 9. I typed it in the chat.
Me
In the
too.
roll 20.
Okay.
I did too.
Tom,
Oh,
what did you have?
14.
Lou, like L-U-G-H. I thought it was L-O-U, like Lou Bega.
No, L-U-G-H. Lou.
And Vulcan?
15.
Excellent. So it doesn't mean that you are in combat. How we're going to run it is it's a bit like you're in combat. So you have 6 seconds-ish to do a action, a bonus action, a movement, a free movement, and so on and so forth, okay?
And a cunning action.
And you can also do conversation, but you cannot reply to what is being said to you until it is your turn. So top of the round actually is the demon horde. They have their own initiative that I based off.
So where are we? Are next to the.
You
floor,
are
right?
next to the
With the
floor,
green line.
yes.
I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. Obviously,
There.
that makes no sense.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do any of you speak Abyssal?
I'm gonna have to
Nope.
double check
Do you have?
languages.
No, I speak Elvish, Dwarvish, Common, and Orcish.
Okay, then the large demon lord commands the others, and the words he speaks are in what you assume is Abyssal, but the word it is a dirty and guttural language. It fills your soul with dread and horror as you hear it spoken. As he speaks, 2 creatures appear. These are large creatures. They are winged. They have a head of a vulture and a body of a human. They stand about 8 feet tall. And yes, they have wings and they fly, and they're quite skinny. And they take to the air. There are 2 of them. Okay. And that is all for his turn. So next, after that, is Lou and Vulcan. So Lou, you may get. So you are going to the barracks.
I'm heading straight to the armor. Yep.
Okay. And for your action, what would you like to describe? What you would
I'm
like
gonna
to
try
do?
to pick the lock with the pieces of bone that I have.
Excellent.
If it's locked, I'm gonna try and see if I'm gonna try the door first, see if it's locked.
Okay. No, it's actually open.
Oh, never mind then. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was. Everybody get inside.
All right. So everyone is over, and then okay. So that's the end of your turn, Vulcan. What are you doing?
First, does anyone has seen my squadron? And then I immediately run after. Does it? Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, run. I kind of run because still have to change on.
Okay. So you're in the barracks. So you've moved. What would you like to do once you're in the barracks? So I assume you're looking for this ring.
Scroll. Sorry.
A scroll. Okay, so in this
Yeah.
room, you can see your backpack,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see your armor and your weapon.
But not the ring.
But you can check to see if it's in your backpack.
Okay. And I will make a check. 4.
I actually speak Abyssal. Was it Abyssal or Infernal?
Abyssal.
Okay, I speak Abyssal.
Okay. Okay.
Double
Okay.
checking.
Excellent. What he actually said then, we'll just quickly come back, is get the drow, punish them for what they did.
Okay.
Okay,
Get
that's
the
all.
drow,
That's all.
Anticlimactic.
Okay, so you've had a look. You can't see it immediately.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Or is that the end of your turn?
Well, if I can't find Doreen, then it's my end of the turn.
Okay, cool. Next coming up is Tom. What are you doing?
I'm following Lou into the barracks.
Okay, cool.
And you said our weapons and our packs are there?
Yeah, and your armor.
Okay, well, I'm gonna grab my maul then, my hammer. Very happy to have that back, and I'm gonna sort through my things trying to look for the medallion that I have.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
I believe that's a 9.
Okay, you can't immediately see it.
Alright.
Okay, is that everything?
Yeah, for now.
I just realised I haven't rolled someone's initiative on that. Cool. Alrighty. Next up is Wrath and Erdon.
Yeah.
So Wrath, you can go first.
Yeah, I will. I'll run into the armory as well, like everybody else, and then grab everything that looks like it's my stuff, put it on.
What kind of armor do you have?
Well, a police uniform. No, I was undercover, so it was like a cloak and a hood.
Okay,
and,
so light armor. Yeah, but you can happily put that on.
and my rapier, is that here?
Yes, it is.
And I checked my front pockets. Does that have my lighter in it? Either of those?
No, you do not find it in there.
Sucks.
You created a lighter?
I have a lighter, a Zippo lighter, and I gave it a huge backstory.
Okay.
A massive backstory, actually, after reading it. I was pretty impressed with how much someone could write about a lighter.
That's a story we need to hear about sometime, but not now.
Yeah, not now is not the time. That's it, I think. I don't have much to say. We're in a bit of a...
Okay, cool. Next on the Erdon, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pull out my parrot. I'm gonna, while charging after the others, and I'm gonna yell at it, "You bloody beast! Get me my Applejack back!" And then I'm gonna run into the armory as well and look for my stuff. So first thing I'm gonna look for is a certain circlet that I can put on my head.
Okay, roll me an investigation check. Do you have a circlet?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
A 11.
You do not immediately find it.
Okay. Then that's my turn.
Okay. Obviously, Leo, the drow woman that was also imprisoned with you, comes in. She finds her moon blade, which is a curved moon-shaped sword, her pack, and she finds her heavy armor, but she does not put it on. She also picks up a shield. She then looks around the room and she finds 3 crossbows and 2 piff-waffways, to which she just chucks them to the middle of the room. And that is the end of her turn. Shroom is neatly tucked up in Tom's neck, and she's just quite happy to be there.
By the way, should I roll for my parrot?
Yes, please.
It's a 4, and I'm not sure where I can find my parrot in my character sheet here. So he's low on the initiative. Gonna have to double check where he is. Yeah, that's about it for him then.
I've realised, 1 minute, I have just realised that I've left my iPad right there, and I kind of need it.
Quick.
I think some people have given you some boosts because Everyone, remember that while you are watching the stream, you are gaining XP, to which you can spend to give our players advantage, disadvantage, or you want to give me advantage, disadvantage. There's also other cool crap that you can use in there as well. So, and now it's the Drow's turn. They are just fighting. However, the Drow priestess, the main Drow priestess, whose name is gone from me at the moment, she has summoned a creature, which you don't actually know about, but she summoned a creature.
Everybody's summoning creatures.
Okay, so it's all about summoning the creatures. So we have a cheers from Ren. Ren, we miss you.
Yeah, too bad you're not here, man.
Wish you were here, but
Cheers.
we know why you're not.
By the way, I'm seeing your cup, Leonie.
Mm.
Yeah, I was actually about to.
Let
if we
me.
had gotten the chance, I was planning out this whole RP thing where I give him the dagger.
Hey,
and I'm like,
cup buddies.
I'm sorry.
Pour that drink in there then.
Excellent. Okay. And your parrot. Did you ever sort out your initiative?
Yeah, I'm still trying to look him up, but
I'm just gonna give them a 1, which means he goes now.
Yeah, sure. He's coming after me, and he's gonna drop a small little vial
I thought he was gonna
on the
attack
floor.
you.
No, he's gonna drop a small little vial on the floor. And you'll probably see my character just looking at that vial with an intense glare in his eyes. Applejack!
Excellent. Okay. End of turn. All right, back at the top. It is the Horde. So you just hear sounds of fighting. It sounds like it might be getting a little bit closer to you as the fighting is no longer at the far end of the cavern. Perhaps the demons are winning.
I don't know who to root for.
Both of them?
Okay. Top of the round, Lou.
Only one
I-
of those two groups has been really shitty to us so far.
Trust me, the other one's gonna be shitty too. I get my hat and coat and armor, and I have leather armor. Just pull it on real quick. Grab
Yeah.
my cane. Grab everything. Right. Let's move on a little bit, Shoppa, shall we? And I'm gonna start heading towards the priestess's room. Oh, I'm Tom. Key.
I take out the key and I toss it to him.
Oh yes, because last session you found a very ornate key that you think belongs to
Oh,
a
yeah,
very
I
lovely
remember.
chest.
There was the whole thing about hiding things in the body of this man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There it goes. It all coming back to you now. Excellent. Okay, so Lou, you step out. Our drow, who is not here today, Dimitri, he also steps out with you. Vulcan, what are you doing?
I'm putting on my leather armor.
That only takes a minute, so you're good.
No. Okay. And basically just scrap all my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And just to make sure, you heard that I say scroll, right? Not the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Not the scroll.
Oh, squirrel.
Yeah,
Sorry, I missed
yeah,
that.
sorry.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not in there.
Okay. I think I mispronounced it.
It's all right.
Okay.
Couldn't have
Okay,
gone
it's fine. It's not
for a
there.
harder word, animal, in the
Animal.
Anglosphere.
So I say again, now everyone is in the room. I say again on the... does anyone has seen this little hairy creature with the long tail? Because if you see one, just say it immediately.
I will point it out to you.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna follow the other guys.
Alright, excellent. Tom.
Whose hands are still chained?
Everyone's but yours.
And my one of my hands is.
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay,
He's,
so at least he's got a free hand. So, can I get everybody else to kind of like line up their chains and trying to smash the centers with the hammer?
you can do that to one person.
All right, so
Me. Let's go.
Do it to the wizard first.
yeah, the wizard kind of needs his hands. I'm gonna.
I kind of need my hands, but
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on, let me try this here.
Alright, so you're going to attack the chains. Can you
Yes.
do for me just a strength check
Sure.
with advantage? Because you're using a weapon.
With advantage.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
Yeah, you break those motherfuckers.
Thanks.
They're
Those
gone.
chains don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
Right?
Thanks.
Those chains aren't just broken. They're
Alright, and
pulverized.
then once that's done, I'm gonna get going after Lou, following him.
Excellent, okay.
Those fucking chains are now on the astral plane.
Wrath? Neverwinter's
Yeah.
finest. What are you doing?
Shit, where are we now?
Alright, so
Did
you
we
are
make-
you are in 6-8 on the map.
Right, we're still here.
Yeah.
And we're heading
And
towards
we're-
10.
And
That's
half
good.
of your party is moving towards 10.
Well, I'm keeping up, of course. And
Okay.
I say to Lou, listen, you're very comfortable leading us here. Have you done this exact thing before? That's not a dig. That's not a meta. That's not a meta dig. That's in character. That's investigation.
Let's just say I'm quite used to leading folks around.
That's very convenient for me.
Excellent. And is that all for your turn?
Yes.
Excellent. Adam. Your hands are free. You have
My
your
hands are
parrot
free.
and your
So
vial.
I'm gonna pick up the vial
Mhm.
and hug it and kiss it.
Uh-huh.
And for this, is there still someone in the room with me still?
Yes, there is Lael. Shroom has left. Yeah, it's just Lael. You and Lael.
Okay. Yeah, she'll see me kissing this vial and hugging it. That's the first thing I'm gonna put away. Then I'm gonna grab the rest of my shit, just everything. I'm gonna run after the rest of the guys
Excellent.
and see what I can strap on and put on and whatever I can manage during my movement and that kind of thing.
Okay,
No,
so please
that's my
note that as you move on from 6-8 to 10, there is a rope bridge. So it's quite rickety.
Okay. I'm not gonna move entirely up then because I wanna have my stuff on before I do that, so I'll do that next turn.
Okay. Lael is going to shove her plate armor in her pack. She is going to put on a pifwaffe and possibly take a crossbow and some bolts. And she's also going to follow you. But as she does, and as you guys are moving over the rope bridge, these two demons that were summoned by the whip and the fire whip and lightning wielding demon fly overhead, and
That
they
guy.
and they begin snapping at you with their long talons, and they attempt to grab Dimitri.
Well,
Let's see where this is going.
we hardly knew you.
They succeed,
Bye.
Bummer.
and they carry him up into the darkness. You can see him for a little bit in the low glow that is the cavern. You can hear sounds of fighting, and as they disappear into the darkness, you can hear sounds of screaming.
Okay, no, don't
Shiver
let any-
me
don't let them
timbers!
grab you.
Okay.
Right, I figured that.
Huh?
Top of the round. No, that was the horde.
Are there any of those still around?
There was only two of them, and they seem like they're having a really fun
Okay.
time above you.
That's good. I mean, that's bad, but it's good.
Across the bridge.
Excellent. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. There are quite a few of you on this bridge.
That's a 19 on the dice,
Yeah,
which is a 23.
Yeah, you are, the way this bridge is swaying and the way that you are moving, you are just completely like moving with it, like you and the bridge are one. So you've got this.
And to the door is check the door, see if it's locked.
It is locked.
See if the key fits.
It does not fit.
Picking the lock.
Excellent. Do me a sleight of hand check, please.
Alright. That's 18.
Yep, you open this door, no problem.
Nice one.
As you open the door and you look inside, a large spider-looking creature holding many swords in its 4 arms. It has a body of a woman and the bottom legs of a spider stands before you.
Maybe that lightning guy wasn't so bad after all.
Roll me a perception check.
Not the worst I've ever had to deal with. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
That's a 4 on the
imagine the other
dice,
way
so
around.
that makes it 9. Perception. Sorry, 4 on the dice makes it 7.
Okay, it wasn't a hard roll. As the light glistens off this, it's a statue. It's not real.
Good.
Shit. But that is true. There are worse things than that.
Excellent. So you've opened the door. You've gone in.
Maybe the other guy's a statue as well.
Unlikely.
Anything else for your turn? You could do something quick.
Yeah. See if there's a chest in here.
You can see some stairs that go up, but you don't see a chest immediately in the room. But if you roll me a perception check.
Roll higher than a 4. That's a 9, which makes it a 12.
Okay, the altar is flanked by a pair of heavy silver candlesticks worth 25 GP each. They hold thick black candles lit only when the ritual is being performed. The 8 eyes of the spider statue are 8 pieces of polished jet, 4 small ones worth 5 GP each, and the 4 larger ones worth 10 GP each. Shinies.
Nope, heading to the stairs. And I'll be right back.
Excellent. Okay, next, Vulcan.
I also gonna cross the bridge
Uh-huh.
into the room.
Do we roll me a dexterity check?
8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay, you are struggling a little bit, but you eventually make it to the door.
And it was the armory, right?
No, so you
No.
are now in the priestess's quarters.
Oh, yeah.
What stands before you is a statue of what you can assume is their god, whose name Loth.
Well, it's a big statue, and then gonna look around if I can see Doreen.
No, you don't. You don't see a ring, but you do see that.
Doreen, sorry, the squirrel.
Oh, the squirrel. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna call her Doreen right now.
Oh, okay, right. I
Yeah.
will remember that. No, you do not see the squirrel immediately, but you do see Lou going up some stairs.
Do I see anything else interesting in the room?
Roll me a perception check.
17 plus 1, 18.
Excellent. So not only do you see all the shinies that Lou chose to ignore,
Mm-hmm.
Lenu, you just dropped out? Or didn't you?
no, I'm here.
Okay, there you go.
Sorry, I was just checking my notes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You just, as it looked like you're frozen.
Yeah.
You see all the shinies that Lou chose to ignore.
Okay, and I'm also gonna ignore it and follow Lou.
Pardon?
I'm also gonna ignore it and follow Lou.
Okay. Tom.
Okay, so I make sure everybody else gets across. I am going to delay until everybody's come on, you lot, get across. And once they're going across, I'm going to move very slowly.
Okay. Well, Leo is refusing to cross. Like you suggested, she's going to bring up the rear. So she's just going to stand there and look at you.
That's fine. I want the squishies to get going.
Excellent.
Thank you.
As you slowly cross, can you give me a little dexterity check, please?
A little dexterity
Yeah, a
check.
little dexterity check.
10.
10. Okay. Once again, as it rocks,
It's a medium dexterity check.
you're struggling, but you manage to cross safely.
Alright, so.
Okay. So you're in the room with the big scary statue.
Okay, statue. I'm gonna do a quick perception check and then probably wait till the others get in the room.
Mm-hmm. So roll me that
Alright,
perception check.
3.
Yeah, it's a really nice room. Cool statue.
Alright, and then I'm gonna wait in the room until the others get in here.
Cool. Wrath? Your turn. What are you doing?
All right, so I'm gonna run in there as well, and I'm assuming you also need a dex check from me.
Please.
That would be 17.
Okay, so as it rocks, you see the others struggling, but you do not struggle as much. You lose your footing a couple of times, but you do fairly well.
A leisurely stroll across the bridge.
Yeah, you saunter across that drawbridge.
Right.
Okay, so you're now in the room with the scary statue.
Yeah, can I somehow investigate whether or not the shinies are trapped somehow?
Yes, you can. Investigation check.
Oh boy, that would be 22.
Okay, so the candles that you are on the altar, they seem perfectly fine, but you feel a very menacing presence coming from the eyes of that statue.
That's. I was about to steal too, but I'm not gonna now. So I'm just gonna walk up the stairs like everybody else.
Excellent. Adam.
So I guess by now I've mashed everything in my backpack that I found. So I'm gonna strap that on, and then I'm gonna drop down on my face because I've seen how deep this shit goes, and I'm used to high netting from a ship. But if I would land in water. So this is a bit different. So I'm gonna, on all fours, take the dash action to get across. So because I move at half speed, I guess. So I'm just gonna carefully just crawl across. Meanwhile, I'm gonna shout behind me, "You stupid bloody parrot! Get over here!" And then I'm gonna crawl across to the other side.
Okay, because you're really low to it and you're practically hugging it, and I'm going to get you to roll a dexterity check. It's going to actually take you. You're not going to get into the building this round. You will get into it next round.
Yeah, that's why I want to take the dash action.
Oh, you
So
want?
I
Okay, yeah, perfectly fine. You're just in the room. I
So
understand.
it's again my single movement up to the room. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. You are in there.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. That's what I wanted.
Okay, so it's Lael's turn to cross the rope bridge. She has no problem with that. She just waits outside for the rest of you. She eyes the statue like she's been seriously affronted, and then she won't enter the room. Shroom is still really happy. The drow are definitely losing,
Okay.
and some of them are starting to flee.
Are they
Great.
Are they fleeing towards us?
So some are choosing to barricade themselves into the various rooms. Some have attempted to use the lift, and some are just simply falling back because they are not fleeing yet. So by now they're just at where you guys started. So they're at this green dots, these green lines here. I just
Okay.
click and hold.
It just fell back a bit.
Yeah, so they fell back a bit, but some are fleeing.
Okay.
And my bird is coming after me.
Yeah, so it's your bird's turn now. So your
Okay.
bird is coming after you.
Cool.
Lou, top of the round.
So getting up into the room above, do I see a chest up there?
Okay,
Or
so
a
you've
row of magic items?
you've entered into her boudoir, and it is absolutely filled with luxurious goods. And at the base of her bed is a very ornate-looking chest.
Key, chest.
The chest
Perfect
opens.
combo.
The chest opens. Inside, you see various valuables and magic items that you recognize to belong to you, and you assume belong to the others.
Right. I reach in and grab my Saturn. And over my shoulder, sort of whistling. All right. Everybody that has magical items, they're in here in this box. Come get them and let's get out. As I begin to run back down the stairs.
All right, everybody, out of my way. This is an active crime scene. I need my lighter.
And I sort of like slide down the banister back down the stairs while they're all coming up.
Excellent. Vulcan, your turn.
I first look surprised that he slides down, like, whoa. And
Wow!
exactly. And then I go to the chest. First look if I can see the ring.
Okay, so in the room there is a cage, and inside the cage is your squirrel.
Then I
Oh,
go to the ring
yay!
first. And I say like,
I'm so happy for you, man.
the ring! The ring! There you are! I missed ya! And I try to open the cage.
Yeah, it opens. It's not a. It's one of those
Okay.
little slide and open locks. It's not.
And I
a-
give him a pat on his head.
Yeah, he's very
and
shaken
they'll-
and seems very upset.
I know
It's
exactly
gonna
how
be
you
alright.
feel, man.
It's gonna be alright. And then put him on my shoulder.
Excellent. Anything else?
I try to grab all my stuff from the chest.
Excellent.
And that was it.
Cool.
So, oh yeah.
Hmm?
Go on.
No?
Go on.
Okay.
Tell me it's your turn.
Alright, now that everybody's in, I am going to go up and check the chest to see if the medallion that I had is in there.
No, but it is in a little tray that is filled with jewelry.
Oh. Excellent. So I grab that real quick because that's kind of the most important thing
Grab
that I
some
have
more.
to find.
Grab some more.
And
Meta!
I consider grabbing it, but I don't have any place to really throw anything, so it's just I end up running back down the stairs.
Okay.
I don't have my vest of 1,000 pockets because I think I got left somewhere else.
Because that is just a ludicrous amount of pockets.
Okay, Leo comes in. She goes upstairs. She rummages about. She comes back downstairs. She is now wearing a circlet
Oh,
with a crossed moon.
Can I ask her very quickly about what she thinks of the eyes on that statue? Do those eyes have any particular meaning to her? And also, if someone were to maybe try and remove those eyes, would they die horribly?
Okay. So you ask her that.
Yeah.
She turns her eyes to the statue. She squints. She reaches out her hands as if she's trying to sense something. And she goes, "You don't want those. Those are cursed. Cursed by Lolth herself."
Even worse.
Excellent. Okay, so everyone is now downstairs, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, did I get my lighter back?
Yes,
Did that happen?
it was in the chest.
That's alright, perfect. Sweet.
So if you got all your stuff out the chest.
Our pirate friend hasn't been able to go upstairs yet.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
you're right. Done.
I'm gonna charge up and see if my my hook and my circlet are there.
They certainly are. They're in the chest.
Okay.
Yours actually the
Yeah.
circlet is with the jewelry.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna just grab it and whatever else I might attach to my fingers, you know?
Okay. Sticky fingers, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit like it. And then I'm gonna grab that, you know, mesh, whatever I find besides the circlet in my backpack, just throw it in there. I don't care if anything falls to the ground, even if I get 1 or 2 items, I don't care. But shake it off in my backpack, whatever falls, and then put the circlet on, and then charge downstairs
Can
again.
you just roll me a sleight of hand with disadvantage?
Yeah, sure.
Just for later. I'll sort it out later.
You do say hook.
Yes.
Yes.
Hook.
Yes,
You
I said
only have one hand.
No.
no.
We'll get to that later. There's plenty of
That's
time for you
a-
guys to get to know each other.
That's a 18 plus 2,
Hold a
so
hook.
it's a
You don't
20.
have to be missing a hand.
Excellent. All right. Cool. So you got your stuff?
Yeah, and is my bird with me right now?
Yeah. She came.
Then
in.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to put the stupid thing back again.
Okay, cool. So you guys are all downstairs in this room with the statue.
Yes.
As,
Alright,
as you're getting ready to say something, Lou, and leave, because it's not your turn in the initiative,
that's fair. It's not.
you hear scratching on the walls of the stalagmite. And there are narrow walls Sorry, narrow windows there. And in climbs two creatures. These creatures are... Not that one. That one. These are small ape-like creatures with long bat ears and a dog face. They have huge swapping paws, and it seems that they seem to exude a fetting cloud. I need you all to roll me your initiative.
And they also have an attitude.
15.
13.
You roll what? Sorry.
14. 14.
Roll what again? Sorry.
And a new initiative.
Okay.
We'll go back to the old one afterwards. This is just a new one.
Yeah. 5.
Plus 6,
22.
11.
I will keep muting myself because he's working on a thing behind me.
That's fine. So, Lou, you had 22.
He did.
Wrath?
That's a 13.
Tom?
4.
Vulcan?
14.
And Erdem?
A big and fat 5. Yeah, I'm a slow wizard, I guess. You'll see by next level.
Of course, the drunk and the turtle will go last.
Alright, Lou. So these creatures are crawling in the windows. They are on the walls, but they're not yet on the floors. They seem quite strong in their upper body. What are you going to do?
Looking at the first one, I go, looking at you, you'd figure, looking at how ugly your mother was, you'd figure you'd be at least a little bit cute. As I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on it, I need it to make a wisdom saving throw.
It got a natural 1.
Ooh.
Hey! A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter if the spell affects it. The target must succeed in wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Excellent.
At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage. On a success, the spell ends.
Alrighty, so one of these creatures just instantly just flops on the floor. It laughs like a slightly twisted hyena. Thank you so much for that wonderful impression, because I wasn't going to do it.
We're role playing, aren't we?
And after that, I'm going to move to the door and look out and see what the situation outside is.
Okay, the situation outside is the demons now are approaching the rope bridge. You can see this because obviously the glow from the whip of the large creature.
Yep, I'm going to lean back and look over. Could anyone else cut the ropes on the bridge, please?
Oh, sure.
I might be able to set it on fire.
That would also... fire might be less effective, but however you choose to deal with that particular problem. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, so
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to give a bardic inspiration to, we're gonna give it to Vulcan.
okay.
So you get a D6 inspiration that you can use on, you can use it to add to.
I have
any
inspiration
ability
too
check,
still.
any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
No, your inspiration only lasts 10 minutes. Yours would have been gone because I did.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, I you got DM inspiration for your.
Oh.
So Erdon and Wrath have DM inspiration because of their puns, and they made me laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's
Bardic
how I do it.
inspiration only lasts. 10
So
minutes.
the one inspiration is a D6. That's from the bard.
Yeah.
And the other inspiration is you can reroll a D20 and spend your inspiration on that. Plus, an important thing to remember, you can give your inspiration away. So if it's an important role for someone else for the party, you can give your inspiration to someone else so they can reroll it.
Okay.
So our little gnomish artificer, you have a D6 you can add to any ability check or roll.
Okay.
Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Vulcan, it's your turn in the initiative. So that was well done, Lou. So one of these creatures is laying on the floor, absolutely laughing its head off. The other one is on the wall. What are you going to do?
I'm first gonna make sure that Doreen is safe, so I put her on the ground by the stairs, and then I'm gonna reach into my satchel and grab a what's it called again? An vial with liquids and it's a chemical fire, and gonna throw it on the bridge.
Okay.
So the bridge basically bursts into flames because of the vial.
Yeah, it's on fire.
Okay.
Isn't that the thing that does additional damage to structures and stuff, or? I remember having an artificer that had something like it, but I'm not sure if that's correct.
This
I'm
is
looking
not
at
a
this
chemical
map.
fire.
Shatter does additional damage to structures.
Yeah.
That's what I remember, but I'm not too familiar with Artificer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
does only do damage, and if they succeed the saving throw,
It's
they
a bridge.
take less damage. Yeah, but the bridge doesn't do that.
Excellent, cool. Well, that has some hit. Do you need to roll hit points? Because the bridge does have hit points.
Okay. So it is a 1d6. 6 damage.
Okay.
And it lights stuff on fire as well? It's a fire potion, right?
Yeah.
So it will lose hit points each round. Okay, so the
Awesome.
bridge is on fire. You can see that the wood and the silken weave ropes are starting to degrade, but it's still standing.
Okay, the bridge is on fire, but it's still there for now. And
You know, I'm looking at this map.
Yes.
When that bridge is gone,
I know.
I'm
There's
seeing one bridge.
a missing bridge. There's supposed to
Don't
be
worry.
another bridge.
okay.
Between 10 and 11, right?
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
Also, I can get us out of here. Just not if demons are eating my flesh.
Excellent. Okay, end of the turn. So Wrath, you are now next.
Alright, so one of those creatures is on the wall, right?
Yes.
And the other one is on the floor,
Yes.
laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incapacitated, so any melee attacks added are with advantage and are auto crits.
I will go over and I will just fucking murder that thing.
Okay, can you roll me an attack roll, please?
Yes. Oh boy, howdy.
So that's
Now
with
that
advantage.
is an unnatural 20, but it's still a crit. So that would be
Only
The
natural
whole weapon
20.
dice.
Only natural 20s are
He's
crits.
incapacitated.
Yeah, it's status effect incapacitated,
Oh, right,
which
yeah,
means
yeah,
that
yeah.
any melee attack that hits
Exactly.
is automatically a crit.
Yeah, thank you for reminding
so
me.
that's
Melee attack within 5 feet.
Yeah, within 5 feet.
It's double your weapon dice and then add your modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
oh great. Well, that's 4 damage.
Did
That's
you
an
roll two
amazing 4
ones?
damage.
What'd you roll on the dice?
1, and I got a +2.
Yeah, but you can roll all the dice you can
So
roll. You can
another
roll
dice.
twice.
Roll another your
Yeah.
weapon dice again. And
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I double. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
got
roll,
it,
you
got
roll
it.
twice the amount of weapon dice that you have.
Yeah.
And I add every time.
No,
You just add the modifier
one.
once.
Add the modifier once.
Then it's 7 damage.
So 1 plus 2 plus whatever you just rolled.
That's much better.
Yeah.
And now it gets to make a wisdom saving throw again with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It has to beat a 13.
That was a natural 20.
Okay, it beat a 13.
Okay, so...
Natural 20.
Hold on, as I slash at it.
natural 20, by the way.
Yeah, but as I slash at it before it makes a save, can I say, how's that for a joke, you piece of shit? It works out fine, because then he stops laughing, right? That's comedy.
Comedy's all about the timing, and I think you need to work on yours.
Guys, remember that you are in initiative and
Come on,
interaction needs to be quick.
Alright, who's next?
Is that the end of your turn, Wrath?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Saint Lael's turn. I need my D12.
So it is still prone, it's just no longer incapacitated.
Oh. So she goes up to the one that is not laughing. Because it's not very high on the wall, these are not tall walls. And she swings for it. Ooh, and she misses. Does she? Yeah, she misses. She's going to take a second attack, because she can. That's a natural 20. This thing is dead.
Ooh.
It's a 17. And a 12. It just explodes.
Ah,
It didn't have that much HP, so there's only one of them now.
that's the one on the ceiling, right?
Yes, that was the one on the wall, not necessarily the ceiling.
That wall. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the one left is the one that's prone.
Yeah, the one that's left is the one that's prone. Okay, that's the end of her turn.
And the burning bridge that is letting demons come across to us.
It's not their turn yet. She's going to go to the door and just keep a lookout with Elu. Whose name is that? I can't read my own. Oh, it's the main's turn. There you go. That's why I didn't recognise it. Okay, so the one that is on the floor is going to stand up using half its movement. It is going to swing for the guy nearest to it, which would be you, Wrath.
What did I do?
You ruined it. It's belly aching laughter, and it is quite depressed about that.
That's what I finally had something to laugh about, and then you took it away.
It rolls an 8, and since you're wearing your armor, that does not hit you. And that is it for its turn.
What a pathetic attempt.
So it stood up then, right?
It is stood up now. Yes. Done. It is your turn.
I don't
I
know
like
why I
this.
hate that thing so much.
I like this idea of burning the bridge, so I'm gonna focus my gaze upon the bridge and upon this little guy that's standing next to what is apparently a new friend of mine, at least an ally, and I'm gonna shoot one scorching ray on the bridge from my circle of blasting,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna shoot 2 of the rays onto the small little creature.
Okay.
So that's
So-
gonna be 3 different attack rolls.
Okay.
First, the attack roll against the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Is that with advantage because it's a steady object?
Yep.
Okay. That would be a natural 20.
Okay.
A 2 and a 20. So that's 4d6 for that attack. Fire damage. That's
Did you say-
10,
Did you say 46?
No, 4d6.
Okay.
46.
What?
Crit.
That's
Still
90,
impressive for level 1, but not that high.
I was like,
90 fire damage on the bridge.
90?
19.
19. Oh yeah, that thing's gone. It only had 9.
Okay.
Great.
And then
Incinerate.
the other 2 attacks on the creature.
Uh-huh.
It's a natural 1 and a 3, so that I'm not gonna make that. So
No, you don't. You blast. The rays shoot out from your head, but where you were probably blinded from the incineration of the bridge,
Yeah.
you now miss, and so there are just 2 scorch marks on the wall.
yeah, I was just I was so in my reaction of it that I missed the other thing. Okay, and then I'm gonna start moving up to the exit, or what's to be the only way out already,
Excellent.
and that's my turn.
Okay, brilliant. Tom, it is now your turn in the initiative.
Alright, I'm gonna come up to this monster that's by Wrath and just swing my hammer straight down at it.
I
Excellent.
appreciate that.
Roll to hit.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Hey.
god!
We are the group of the natural 20s. I think the award for the most nats are definitely going to come to us, even though we've had less games.
Yeah, possibly.
Very suspicious. Hmm.
I mean, I can try and lower the.
No,
I have to move my whole laptop.
You enjoy your natural 20.
Okay, so that's gonna be 4d6.
46.
5 and 16.
Yeah, that thing's dead. So as your hammer swings down, you catch it on its head, and it just kind of concaves like it is a slinky until obviously you hit the ground and it just spreads out in a glorious splatter. It's up the walls. It's on the statue. It's on you. It's like someone popped a zit. Okay.
Should probably remind people to grab their own kits next time.
Okay, and with that, combat is over. So we will go back to our old initiative, which means the demons are now next. So they have come to the edge of the...
It's like someone popped a zit with their hit, which they did with a crit.
Well done. That'll be quote of the evening.
Save everyone except Wrath.
So the demons have reached the edge of the thing. The bridge is now gone. Yet this winged creature that is there seems mightily pissed that you have done this. It stretches out its large wings. Well, it doesn't do anything yet. So yeah, Lou.
I pull out the Saturn, and I strum a mournful melody on it, which causes a thick fog to emanate throughout the room as I cast Fog Cloud through the Saturn. And proceed to make my way hastily to the other bridge.
Except this one is a little bit more sturdier. It's not a true rope bridge. It's more built out of wood and sticks and things. So you don't need to make a dexterity save, and you quite comfortably get across.
Yep. And using the Saturn to cast Fog Cloud in and around the one that we're in.
What is its radius?
It's a 20-foot. It is a 20-foot sphere.
I can draw that.
Yay! Yay!
Oh no, that's a square. I don't want a square. I want a circle.
Yeah, that would fill up the entire room, right?
Oh fuck it, it's gonna be a square.
If you hold Shift.
Nah, I'm being lazy.
Alt. That's it. Alt is the alt makes circles.
I love all these beautiful colours that you're putting on my map. Work of art. Okay, cool. So that's
But yeah, so putting it in and around the area we're in so that it obscures our escape, and then leading the way towards the northern exit that we had determined was an exit.
Okay, cool. So you do that. Vulcan, it's your turn. So
I will see the big face guy spread its wings. Say, guys, I think we should hurry and get to the other side, because I think that guy's gonna get over here. And then I'm gonna grab Green and follow Rev. Hey, Luke.
okay. Tom, you hauling us?
How does the door that was on the rope bridge open? Is it like
Inside.
a knob, or
It has a
I'm gonna
handle.
close the door. I'm gonna shut that door and try and. Is it obvious how it locks?
I was trying to shut up about that, but I was gonna suggest that. Close the door!
I close the door. If I can figure out how it locks, I lock it, and then I'm headed out.
Okay.
So now it just looks like we're hotboxing a stalactite.
Excellent.
Giving Wolf a good time.
I was tempted by the low-hanging fruit of the vape choke, but I restrained myself.
Excellent. All right. Wrath.
Yeah,
The room is foggy. One door has been closed.
I'm inclined to agree with our artificer, and just haul ass out of there, right? I mean,
Cool. You haul ass? Okay, so we're going to run through this quickly. Erdon, are you also hauling ass? What, are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I was already moving up, right? So how
Yeah.
far did I get? Did I get across the second bridge already?
Yeah.
I want to check if the door to our cells is open or closed.
It is closed.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay. Because there might be something there that I still want to
We
get.
left
so
our
I'm
hidden
gonna-
food and stuff in there, didn't we?
Yeah, I wanna run into the room and get the package that we have behind the stash behind the mushrooms and stuff, and then haul ass out of there again.
Okay, cool. That's perfectly fine.
Basically, I'm gonna run in, pick it up, and then haul out again with the dash action or something.
Okay. Now also hauls ass. Shroom is still really happy. The drow have disappeared. You're not sure where they have gone. And your parrot is following you.
My parrot is.
Oh yeah, you put it away.
I put it away.
I'm going to cross that out of my initiative because it would confuse
Yeah,
me.
that's cool.
Excellent. Okay, right. So
I have Applejack. I'm happy.
I'm going to end initiative now. I would say that you guys are successfully escaping out of Velkenveen.
Sweet.
You enter a narrow pathway, which is a short path that leads down.
Did you grab the poison and the dagger and everything? The poison is the important part.
Yeah, that's what he just went back in the jail cell for.
Good. Thought
Okay.
you just went to grab some food. Well, that's good. I'm
We
glad.
put everything in
You,
like one.
you,
pipe.
you don't have any food.
Oh yeah, that's
The-
right. We
the-
had a pile.
Yeah, you had a pile of items, but you didn't get any food.
Yeah, we got the items below the food. We ate the food.
Oh, that's right.
I got the stuff, but I don't have food.
We've got our rations back though, because it was with our stuff.
They
Yeah,
were in our
we'll do.
backpacks. So yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so
Gosh.
you leave the cave. It is a narrow, spiraling staircase, which is natural. It's made out of rock. It leads down. As you go down, you reach a pathway, and there is a river, which has been created by the waterfall that was in the cavern. You can see a path across that leads out and north. However, you have a good sense that that Balrog is not going to leave you alone. So we are going to do a pursuit. And how a pursuit is run is you guys will each give me a roll of a skill check of your choice, to which you will describe to me how you are using this skill check to increase your escape. And every time you succeed the throw, you gain a level, and every time you don't, you lose a level. So you need to get to level 5 to successfully escape, and if you get to -5, the Balrog will be upon you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, so Lou.
Um,
One more rule. Each round that we go through, you can only use a skill check once. So if someone uses, I'm going to use my charisma and use a persuasion check somehow, the next person cannot, and so forth, cannot use a persuasion check until the next round.
I would like to cast fly on myself through my Saturn, pick up the gnome, and just fly.
Okay, I need a skill check.
Okay.
So because since you're picking up the gnome, I would say that is an athletics check. So I need you to roll me an athletics check.
I mean, it's. I can say it's a natural 20, which it is, but I'm not certain she'll believe me after the 3 or 4 we've already rolled.
Flip your camera down. Let's have a look. He's changing it. You see that, everyone?
No, it's not. I didn't change it. But
No, that's perfectly fine. I know we're very, very lucky. I don't mind it at all. Because at the end of the day, you guys are only hurting yourselves by cheating.
yeah,
We're-
but
we're
it's
the
okay because I have
heroes,
a
right?
-1, which makes that athletics a 19. So.
When it comes to the case of natural 20s, obviously modifiers don't affect them in any way. So your pursuit increases by 1. Wrath.
So, hear me out, alright? Listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I determine through my amazing investigative abilities the best possible route to take in my attempt to advance to the next level?
Yes.
And use
Smart.
investigation. Alright,
Yep.
let's go. Alright. Hoo boy, that is a 24.
Okay.
Oh.
So, using your investigative skills, you see that the path to the right is a little bit more uneven than the path to the left. So you are definitely taking the path to the left, and you increase your pursuit score by 2. Okay.
Ooh.
Tom.
Yes. Um.
You cannot use athletics and you cannot use investigation. Please tell me how you are using your skills to evade capture.
I am going to try and rally everybody else to try and get them to move a little bit faster.
Okay.
Oh, come on, y'all! Come on! I'm gonna try and use persuasion just
Okay.
for the urgency.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check, please.
16.
You successfully managed to do that. You are now pursuit level 4. Everyone is feeling really motivated. You could almost feel the heat of that flame whip on the back of your necks, and it just makes you haul ass. Done, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my parrot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, "Put me along, you filthy, stupid beast!" And I'm gonna try to have him help me pull me along the road. Like I'm gonna make small little hops and jumps and that kind of idea to get along.
Okay, I'm going to say that's an athletics... No, not an athletics, a acrobatics check then.
Yeah. Okay. Does he take the help action, by the way?
Yes.
Then that would be a 16.
Okay. With your little hops, skips, and jumps. Even though that parrot's wings are very tiny, you successfully managed to gain some extra movement. And with that, you guys have hit pursuit level 5 and have successfully escaped. So you...
Now that's teamwork.
Yes.
That's
Good job,
teamwork.
guys.
What makes the dream work? I'm sorry I said that.
Excellent. So we're all out of initiative. You guys have now escaped Valkenveen. You have reached a cavern. You're all slightly breathless and a little bit tired. You didn't get a good night's rest. You were woken up early. And you've escaped. But what are you going to do? Go at
Mates,
it.
mateys, shall we look for a proper
Thank
place
you,
to have
Hook.
a
Thank you.
little bit of a sustenance and then some rest?
Yes,
Yeah,
because
fine.
Try to
Yes.
advance and try to get away from this bloody dark fucking place.
that's
Nothing
good
on
because
the
I need
unknown
to.
scared.
Let's talking all at once. Take your one at a time. Let's go first. Raise your hand. Lee, you first. Okay, so you go first.
I really quick because how dark is it right now where we're at?
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
I just
Pull on the
sort of
lighter.
strum. I just sort of strum on the Saturn and cast dancing lights,
Cool.
and five
Okay.
little orbs of light appear and sort of circle
Well-
around us. Right now, I think you're quite right. Let's try to find ourselves a place to bunker down for the night, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I pull out my lighter and I turn it on as you're creating this amazing show of light, and then I just put it away again. Obviously being disappointed.
It's very hard to outperform the bard.
I've noticed that. That's okay. That's totally okay.
I've outpunned them though.
Now that we've got a minute, I need to do something very important as part of my duty,
What's
which
that?
entails also a bit of exposition. Now, most people don't know this. But there's a monastery in the north, far to the north, not underground, that has a sawmill attached to it, where dwarves work, who also live in the monastery, right? And what these dwarves do in this sawmill is not just create lumber, but also create paper. All right? You know?
Parchment, you mean?
Listen, this is going somewhere.
I'm playing like documentary sad music.
This
Just
is
you
in the
wait.
voice of
There's-
Morgan Freeman.
There's a huge payoff. They're creating paper there because they're monks, and that's what they do. That's how they fund their organization of prayer and shit. And another thing that they do to enhance their craft is they use the scales of dead dragons to create dyes, right? Like something like colors, right? Not dice, dyes. The rarest of which would be the golden ones, not necessarily because they are the rarest dragons, but because they are the hardest to turn into dye. They sell this paper, this golden dye, and a special magical adhesive that they've created to certain towns and cities that have a need for them. Now, that being said, I reach into my bag and I pull out 5 golden star stickers that say Junior Deputy on them.
And at that point, it just
Oh,
hits
God.
the CD scratch.
And what I do is I give each of you a golden star sticker. It says Junior Deputy on them that you can put anywhere you want. What's
Tom
important
immediately
is
puts it right onto his chest.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull out this tiny flask out of a pouch somewhere, and what you see is a little potion vial, and within it seems to be a dead worm. I think me Applejack would be very delighted to be a deputy, and I put the sticker on the vial.
that's awesome. That's
I just-
amazing.
By the way, can I introduce you to me Applejack?
Yeah, we've met.
And I'm
It's a
gonna
bird,
put
right?
the
Bird?
flask away again, the little potion vial.
I just sort of, sort of staring at Wrath, like processing. I just adjust my coat where a pewter harper, like a pewter harp pin, is just sort of sitting very visible.
I don't know what that means. Is that something I should know? Is that you're
Being
making?
from Luskin, you might know. I don't know. It's up to the GM as to whether or not you know what that means.
Roll me a history check.
Sure thing. Coming right up. Oh yeah, that's an 18.
Okay, so you know the Harpers are a secret organization of bards, musicians, entertainers, and those that will do good in the world. And their symbol is a harp.
Yeah, we're sort of the worst Secret Service because
Yeah.
everyone knows we exist.
However, on
but listen.
1 minute. However, on seeing the harp pin, Leo looks suddenly surprised, and she reaches out to go touch it. She goes, "You're a harper?"
I just happen to really like the pin. Yes. It's the worst kept secret in all of Faerun.
Then you must know of my goddess Illustraye,
I do indeed.
and then you must know that I am a Dark Song Knight.
Do I know that? I know some of that information. I don't know all of it.
Have you not met any of my kind on the road?
Not in particular now. We're from Luskin.
Very interesting. Okay, Matthew may continue.
But listen, I mean that's cool and all, but now you have the power of the executive branch.
I'm
At your
gonna
disposal.
pull Wrath aside and go, is this thing actually legit?
Did you not hear the amazing tale I've just spun? Of course it's legit.
Give your top
Do
just
you know how much this?
Stickers,
Do you know
of
how
course
helpful
it's
this is
legit.
going to be? Do you know how helpful this is going to be in Waterdeep? This is going to get me out of so much trouble. And I just walk off.
You've earned that.
So can I look around for a good spot where we might set up camp for a few hours so we can rest and have a good night's sleep?
Yes, roll me a investigation check.
Okay.
Can
Could
I
someone help
use
me find a
nature
good spot to spend
assess?
the night, maybe?
Leo will help you,
Okay,
being that she is a Denzian of the Underdark and knows such things.
that would be in 19.
Okay, so while you are looking down at the ground, she's actually looking up. And as she looks up, she spots a high cave with a ledge. And she points at it.
All right. Is there any proper way to get up there?
Yeah, how are
Not-
we getting up there?
Not that you can
Well, some of
immediately
us can
see.
fly.
Do ye see any way to get up there, or have any idea how we might get all our asses across that ledge?
Well, apparently Luke can fly, so that is one way.
Do we have like a? Fuck if I know what that's called in English. No, like a hook that you with on a rope.
Grappling hook.
Yes, grappling hook. Thank you.
That is not something I would be possessing.
Can we build one? Can we? You
Yeah.
have a hook.
Yeah, can we use your hook? Get some rope to it.
So my hand by now has disappeared, and there's only like a sleeve on my pirate jacket that I've put on right now, and you'll see a hook on the end, and my hand is just gone.
Yeah, okay, but we know there's a hand underneath there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know there's a of course there's a hand on it. You've seen it.
So let's just. I mean-
I need this here hook.
As you guys are discussing this, Leo lays her hand upon the ground, and a large silver rune appears, and it appears she is summoning something.
Well, that's cool.
I'll wait and see what happens.
I think
I
a
could
few
summon
steps
something.
back.
Simon asks, what are you doing?
I am getting Angaste. She can climb rocks, and she can carry 3 people.
Oh, sweet.
Hey,
Okay.
awesome!
So,
Andy?
Erden, if you can remember that when you first encountered Leo as you were being captured, she was riding a great white lizard.
Yes.
Mm.
So that be that animal you were riding then.
Yes, that is Angaste.
That did look like a magnificent specimen. I must say, I've seen a lot of creatures during my days at the sea, but rarely I've seen something as majestic as the thing you've been riding.
Well, she is a celestial and a gift from my goddess. So I would
Then I
say
must say, I like a fucking goddess.
Excellent. 10 minutes pass, and from the rune emerges this great white lizard.
Can I? This is unrelated. Just real quick. Can I somehow contact my criminal contact down here? That's a long shot, but in the rules it states that I can do that even over long distances. I don't have any plans for that right now. I just want to know generally if that's something I could do.
In the rules as written, I would say, yeah, if we were on the surface, but we're in the Underdark, and I would say that you could definitely do that if you were in a city, but not out in the wilderness.
Right.
I guess you would need some
Okay.
channels to get messages through or that kind of thing, so...
Guys, before I forget, thank you to Hina. We haven't done this for a bit because she's been specific, and I'm just like, damn it, I keep missing it. So, Erdon, the next time you have a roll, you have advantage. And the same with you, Wrath. The next time you roll, you have advantage.
Awesome.
Thank you!
There you go.
That's very kind of you.
Thank you, Tahina.
Thank you, Tina!
Praise Tahina. Yeah, okay, so 2 of you can get on the back of this creature and hold on. She is not a normal giant lizard, so where you would expect scales, she is scaly, but she also has feathers that go along her along around her head, along her back, and on her tail, so you can hold on to those. And the third person would have to be in her mouth.
I'll jump in the mouth, no problem.
She is surprisingly gentle.
I'll just, while I'm just hanging there, like, all relaxed and comfortable, and all the faith I have in this whatever creature it is, and I'm just gonna scratch her below the beak or whatever it is that you hold, and just gonna relax and scratch her so she's enjoying it as much as I am.
A deep rumble comes from her chest. It sounds a bit like an alligator roar, but you can quite tell it's a purr.
Ah, okay.
Excellent. So who's getting on her back?
Well, the 2 of us who are still here.
Okay, cool. Like you too. So she needs absolutely no guidance. It seems that she shares a special bond with Leo, and she just knows what she needs to do. She puts her powerful and massive paws Her claws dig into the rock and she just scales this wall like it's no problem. When she gets high enough to the ledge, she spits Erdon out and then maneuvers herself so the two of you can step off. Before she
I'll
then...
give her one last scratch before she goes.
She really seems to enjoy that. And then she heads back down. And then obviously she goes to get Lou, Tom, and Leo. And it'll be Lou in her mouth this time. Because she doesn't seem to like the taste of turtle.
Scaly.
Oh. In the meantime, I just grab some nuts and give it to Doreen. That she can feed.
Thanks.
I wish I
So,
had a pet.
Yes, it's my friend actually.
So
She,
I wish I had a
grab
friend.
I'll grab a ration for myself and split it with this animal that I have been riding in.
she does not eat it.
Okay, then I'll eat it myself.
Can everyone just
fair.
quickly give me, everyone that's here, Wrath and Erdon and Vulcan, please tell me how many rations you have.
5.
10.
I
Yeah, 10.
got that written
Who said
down
10? Is that you, Vulcan? Yeah. Wrath, how many rations do you have?
Oh, 10, yes, 10.
Awesome. And then when the others come back. Since they are away, I think it's a perfect time to have a break. And while we're having a break, don't forget to level up to level 2 because congratulations.
Yay!
Yeah, and we'll be back in 15 minutes.
Okay, see you guys in a bit. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And we're having an amazing time with you as well, so keep on watching.
Yes, please do. And we'll be back soon. We're back.
Yay!
Hi.
Is everyone nicely refreshed? Had drinkies, gone to the toilet, got all comfortable?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all good.
Excellent. I've lost my iPad. There it is. Okay.
So, hi again, everybody.
Yes. Hello.
So if you are just joining us, we are Fumbles and Fame, a Discord community that loves all things tabletop. That's the short version. We are playing Out of the Abyss, and our team of heroes has just escaped the Drow prison Velkenveen. They have found a safe cave high atop in a cavern to take a long rest and are now resting. They were carried up there by a NPC called Leo and her white lizard. It's a pretty small cave, and especially since the lizard decided to squeeze in with you, it's quite snug. But it's very cozy.
I'll snug into it.
Yeah, she really likes you, Erdon. She's wrapped
I
her
really
towel.
like her.
She's wrapped
She's
her
better than the fucking parrot I got.
she's wrapped her towel around too and everything. Lou, you want to say something?
No, I was just filling
Just
my nose.
pointing. Okay.
I was just filling my nose.
Excellent. And yeah, you're taking a long rest.
As I drop my dice. Oh, I'm just checking my inventory, making sure everything I recovered everything. You know,
Yep, you got everything. Don't worry, you didn't forget anything.
holding up my cane,
You got it all.
drawing the board out, putting it back in.
As you sleep, you have a very, very peaceful sleep. It is unbelievably quiet in the Underdark. It's not cold though. It's very warm down here, and it's dark, and you can hear the others of your companions breathing or snoring as they rest. When you awake, however, Leo is not in the cave with you.
Is her beast still with us?
Yes, she is.
And then I'm not bothered.
I'm going to step out of the cave and look around, summoning up my dancing lights so I can have some ability to see.
Excellent. Okay, so you're on a ledge. You're high up. You're about 100 feet in the air. You're very so you're quite high up. But as you look down, you can see that the bottom of the cave is now filled with Fayazras. And Lael is kneeling down in it, and she is handling it and running it through her fingers. She seems to be contemplating it.
What do I remember about that gas again?
So Fayazras, the Drow Dimitri, who is sadly no longer with us, told you that it is a rare occurrence in the Underdark. It is a source of Drow power, and it can mess with magic and also your mind. The fact that it's seemingly spreading everywhere is very, very unusual.
We can. Is it like luminescent at all? Can we
Yes,
see it?
yes. So
Okay.
the cave is like dim light.
So from above, because she's down in it and
Mhm.
like messing with from above, I just pull out the Saturn and start playing a audible, so she'll know someone's there, but like just sort of a very like soft melody
Okay.
from above, and just sort of watching her reaction.
Okay. Well, as you play the music,
As he's playing, I shout down to her, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?"
I just don't go near the cave. I just grab a little bag out of my backpack and start making ritual or making a bag of holding.
okay.
I'm just holding my new friend.
Tom, are you doing anything special?
I'm actually gonna try and just like grab Wrath by the collar and just slowly pull him back.
Oh, just investigating. Just want to know what's going on.
Yeah. So the music catches her, and she does a very slow gesture, like she's going to do a dance, but then she shouts it and she turns very abruptly towards you.
I'm still playing.
And she's
It's like, didn't the other one say this stuff was supposed to be rare? This is 2 nights in a row now.
Calling down to her. Would you care to come up and explain what's going on down there?
She nods her head and she moves to the wall. She doesn't get Angaste though. What happens is she suddenly disappears in a puff of mist, and she appears on a very narrow ledge slightly higher up. And she does this several times until she is high enough that she appears in a puff of smoke above you. I've just used about 20 of her spell slots. To
I
do
was
that.
like, that's a lot of uses of Misty Step.
Yeah.
You'll hear me calling.
But a good
"That's
trick."
Fucking trick.
One minute. How many does she have? 1 minute. Let me just check something quickly.
There's like one 5th level spell you could have used that would have been.
She doesn't have that. I've got her list of prepared, so she's only got Misty Step, sadly. Sorry, I'm keeping track. I'm not cheating. I was just looking at the Fayazras. It bothers me.
Yeah, same.
I imagine it would, considering that it's mind affecting. So, considering that's a mind affecting gas, does it seem like just sort of looking down at it? Does it seem like it's coming from anywhere, or is it just like generally flowing around?
It just looks like it's oozing out of the very rocks itself. It seems like it's rising.
Oh, any idea what's causing it to come up then?
She shakes her head and she says, sadly not. I'm not well educated on such things, but I do know someone that does know. If you permit me one small request, I would like you to come with me to see the seer.
Who's the seer?
The seer is a very strange man. He stumbled upon our encampment not too long ago, and we welcomed him. Our nearest, the place where he is an ancient temple. It's actually not too far from here, only 3 days away. And they can give us supplies in return for escorting me, and we can possibly find out what this Fayazras is doing. I'm not too worried myself about its effects on me.
You're cutting out like every 4 words or so.
Oh, am I? Oh, that's sad.
Okay, good. It's not just me.
No, I thought it was me as well.
Okay, then that's me, and I think I know why. So let me just fix this.
Yeah, I think it's your Discord level sensitivity.
So let me just fix this. Cameras are gonna go all weird.
The camera goes wibbly.
Testing. We turn that off. Is that better?
Just lost 3 words, whatever those words were.
Okay, what about now?
Still can't hear you.
Yeah, didn't hear that either.
Lower the sensitivity.
How about now?
We can hear you now.
Am I cutting out? Peter Piper got typical peppers.
Nope.
I'm going to say a very long sentence.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Seems
was
to be okay.
We can hear
That
you.
seemed fine.
Excellent. All right.
Sorry, you were at give provisions or something.
Yeah. They can provide you provisions for escorting me, and we can see maybe where this Feazrus is coming from. I'm not so worried about it myself. As a drow, I am naturally more resistant to its effects, but I'm concerned of others in the Underdark. This can cause absolute chaos if it's widespread.
Would your seer happen to know of any Zentarum activity in the Underdark?
Well, he can see all things.
So the seer might be able to find my papa.
He can certainly try.
We're going to the seer, guys.
Yes, I agree. I'm also looking for some people down here.
Well, it looks like we all are looking for something.
That's true.
What is it that all of you are looking for?
My papa.
Stuff.
I have a mentor and also another person who took me in when I came to Waterdeep first, and both of them have gone missing.
I'm
Dragged
just
down here during an assault on Waterdeep by denizens of the Underdark.
I'm just half listening while I'm working on the back and say like, I'm looking for a special kind of stone.
And I'm looking for a particular sort of bastard, so...
He just looks at Wrath.
Oh, I'm on a case. It's
Detective
confidential.
Applejack on the case. And I pull out the little thing with the star on it.
What exactly
Deputy
is
Applejack on the case.
What exactly is that, anyways?
What? Oh, that worm.
What worm? This
There's a
here
worm
be
in-
me, Applejack.
What is it?
It's Applejack. Look at it.
Do I know what this is that he's holding and waving around?
It's Applejack.
It's a little vial with a worm inside it.
A golden star.
And a golden sticker star stuck on it.
Shiny and glistening.
Right.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up. Moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly on to the next topic of conversation. Which direction would the seer yours be in?
She then places her hand against the rock and she closes her eyes. And it takes a minute or two. And she turns to you and she says, "We must travel north."
North it is.
And
I just point in one direction, then in another.
she
then in another,
takes your hand. She takes your hand and she points it to north, which is to the right of the cave.
Okay.
And she says,
Good to know.
So,
As
north.
a person on a ship that I once knew with a big mustache once said, "Let's go!"
never eat shredded wheat. And that's how you know where to go.
I mean,
Let's bounce.
technically,
Let's
if
boogie.
you're going to eat wheat, the only way you can eat it is shredded, unless you're eating it straight out of the ground. Which
Yeah, but not if
feel
you're
like
trying
it's
to
best
remember
south.
north, east, south, and west.
Okay, so if you are going, so you guys get ready to leave.
Yeah.
And Gaston helps you guys down.
I would do anything to get out of this conversation.
For
Just slinks
traveling
away.
in the Underdark, I need you guys to arrange yourself in a marching order. At the front will be Angaste and Leon.
So, a little bit of a meta question. Who's what class again?
Okay, so
Barbarian.
Bard.
So we have a bard,
Artificer.
we have a barbarian, we have a wizard, we have
Artificer.
a artificer, and we have
A rogue.
A rogue.
And you have a NPC paladin and a shroom of nondescript.
Yeah. So, me being a wizard wouldn't still mind being on the semi-short range. I wouldn't mind being like third or something in a row.
If the paladin's taking point, I'll take the rear.
I'll sort of sit. I'll sit somewhere in the middle.
So you
Yeah.
might be straight behind me as a bard.
Yeah, I'll be like right behind you.
Yeah. Okay.
Vulcan?
I will be close to the bard.
Also, because we're the two, the three humans are the ones that can't see, so I've got dancing lights around us.
Actually, I'll cast
I can't see either.
light on the woman Leastre on her shield. I'll cast light.
Don't do that.
She winces and drops it.
Would you?
Oh,
Would you not do
then
that?
I'll cancel it.
It's
Sorry.
It's a bit sensitive to the eyes. I will. I will hold out my. Actually, why don't you put it on a Toto Friend's hammer?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll cast light on your hammer.
Hammer now.
That way, it's at the back of the line.
Yeah, perfect. No, that works for me. I'll cast
Yes,
light on your
'cause
hammer.
I can't see either. I don't have dark vision, so.
And the drow has 120 feet of dark vision. She really doesn't need light.
Yeah. But she was thinking that was what I thought. So
Yeah. So I'll have dancing lights sort of amongst the group, not up near her, but just amongst the rest of us.
Okay. Vulcan, where are you going to be in this marching order?
Kinda in the middle, I guess.
I guess we're all just in the middle.
taken.
So I guess
But away from the light.
Lyra, Wrath, Pyro,
Hold on.
Erdon, Lou, Vulcan, on top.
Okay.
Me and my 12 HP will lead the way.
Wouldn't Omtom be a little bit in front?
Oh, no, Tom's in the back.
I'm
so-
guarding the rear.
Oh, you're guarding the. Are you just guarding the rear? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Excellent. And
And you're all pretty good distance from the healer, which is me. So
So who was in front of me? The rogue?
I also got healing, by the way.
Yep.
So healing 12th.
we have some healing. We have a little bit of healing spread out in the middle.
Yep.
okay, so just so you know,
A reverse meat sandwich.
you have to choose a mode of travel. So you can travel fast, which will be a minus 5 penalty to passive perception scores, and also you will not be able to forage. You could do a slow march, which is improved foraging or stealth, but it will double your travel time. Or you could just travel normal.
Looking at it like this, I've got about 10 days worth of rations. How about the rest of you?
Yeah,
I-
same.
Same.
I'd say that even though we still have rations, it might be smart to at least try to find something along the way, so we don't necessarily have to spend all of our rations. While
I
we go.
will say this. I beat the Oregon Trail on my first try.
Do any of you have water?
What's the Oregon Trail?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've got a water skin.
We've got a ward skin.
Water skin, yeah. So we need water at least.
Okay, so water skin will only last you a day.
Oh, what's it called?
So we should at least travel in a manner that'll allow us to forage along the way, so we can try and
Yeah.
find some water as we go.
But we don't want to take too
So,
long, because if we take too
Liasle.
long, we'll run through our rations anyways.
Yeah, no.
How about a
Yes,
medium
mate.
pace?
Would there be a way below ground to be foraging a specific or a certain enough amount of water for a party to run around with?
I can show you some survival tricks of the Underdark.
That would be appreciated. Thanks, my love.
I will need to learn how to create water, is what we're saying.
There is something quite special to show you not too far. Let us lead on. Okay, so you're in your order, you're going at a normal medium pace. And you descend into the Underdark. So the caverns themselves can be very wide or very, very narrow. And the rocks sometimes can be smooth or sometimes they can twist and be quite alien. It feels like you're going lower though as you're travelling. Everything seems to have a downward slope. And the further down you get, the more unusual things seem. So you start to see bioluminescent plants that look like leaves, but they're actually made out of rock. You see groups of mushrooms, some that glow, some that do not. Occasionally, Leo stops you, gathers you up to hide, and you see unusual creatures pass you by. The first being a black, multi-legged, cat-like creature with
Oh,
It's
large...
got more than one leg.
does it have tentacles?
It has 2 tentacles coming out from its shoulder blades. However, it steps out of a narrow little cave and it seems to move its tentacles as if it's sensing something. And you're all being very, very still and very quiet. And it moves on. And then behind it are 2 little displacer kittens that follow it off. After waiting a while, it moves on and you resume travelling.
So, along the way, can I grab a few of these glowing, light-giving mushrooms?
You certainly can.
I will take a little bit, just a handful, and put it away.
Excellent. So you continue travelling. It's probably been half a day. You stop for lunch. You then come across a large cavern with a very rickety rope bridge across it.
What is it with
I have a
people
plan
with-
for this, mateys. Drop.
What is it with people in the Underdark and making rickety route bridges?
Yeah, you'd
I'll,
think at some point they would start making, dependable
Dirty wooden
bridges.
bridges.
Does this one look more or less sturdy than the one that we take from?
Less.
Does anybody have any way of either making me lighter or fortifying this bridge?
Have my 2 charges that I've spent on my Saturn come back yet?
Yeah, so when you woke up it was dawn.
Okay.
Yep.
I will just strum a little melody, and Tom begins to levitate.
Oh, okay, yeah. that work.
What I want to do is I want to use my mage hand while I cross the bridge to not necessarily keep the bridge, to keep it from swinging, from swinging too much. So I'm gonna move it a little bit up ahead, so it doesn't, not the entirety of the bridge starts swinging back and forth. So it's a little bit more stable than I hope it is. And then I'm gonna try to move across.
Well, if anybody wants to,
I'm just gonna.
I can
I'm just-
carry someone while I'm levitating.
I reach out. I hope you don't mind, Vulcan. And I'll just pick Vulcan up and hand him to Tom.
No problem, I guess.
And I will basically just cross the bridge leading Tom. like a very oddly shaped balloon holding a gnome.
Wrath, what are you doing?
I'm still holding the bridge as stable as I can with my mage hand for other people as well, by the way. So.
I'll try to cross the bridge normally.
Okay, that's fine. However, Leo and Angaste look pretty heavy in their heavy armour and their giant lizard self. So she decides to go the long way, which is up and over.
Yeah.
Well, that looks
Some of us
useful.
can't climb the walls.
I'm looking disappointed. While I'm crossing the bridge, I'm looking disappointed at the beak of the beast.
Excellent, okay, so you've handled the terrain rope bridge, no problem. You carry on travelling, and you come to a very long tunnel that just seems to have ribs in it, like something has munched its way through.
Oh fuck.
And at the end of this tunnel is a light, like multi-fluorescent, multicoloured rainbow lights, all kind of shimmering in the distance.
Alright, I wanna pull out my parrot. And I'll say to the party, I'll inspect this with this lousy beast I've got.
Good idea.
And I'll give my parrot a little swig of rum. Because that's what he likes.
Can I ask our tour guide what the hell that is?
She just smiles at you.
And I'm gonna set up my parrot with me inside of its. I'm gonna perceive from its point of view.
Okay.
I'm gonna fade
Because it's
his-
a familiar, I can look through its.
My investigations were inconclusive.
And I'll send the parrot up ahead.
Alrighty. So, does your parrot have a name?
I haven't thought of it because it's a lousy beast.
Okay.
I guess if it has a name, it's lousy beast.
Okay, so Lousy Beast flies
Apple
ahead.
Jeff.
Yeah, lousy beast is a perfect name.
Apple Josh.
No!
Apple Jill!
Don't reference Applejack with him, please don't.
So, Lousy Beast flies ahead, and
LB.
you can see through his or her eyes. And as it breaks into the larger cavern, you see a sight that you have never seen before. You are greeted by the visions of a fungi forest, and they are mushrooms of many different sizes and many different colours, at impossible heights and very, very small. And yeah,
The Dutchie and me get very, very hungry. This is shrooms, guys.
Shrooms?
Just mushrooms?
I mean,
Shrooms.
Chloe,
Yeah.
shroom.
I'm gonna take Shroom out and I'm just
I'll,
gonna ask.
I
have
knew
seen
you were a
anything like
fun
this?
guy, but
I'll have.
this is ridiculous.
I'll have Lousy Beast do a little quick scan if there's nothing moving over there, and then have him come back afterwards.
I
And
don't
then,
have silence yet.
I'm
Get
gonna
out of
ask.
him again.
I'm gonna ask Shroom if Shroom knows what this is.
you don't automatically get a response from Shroom.
I'm gonna take Shroom out. Is Shroom still bouncing around or?
Yeah,
walking around?
Shroom's bouncing around.
Hey, what's going on? I'm not hearing anything.
She gives herself
is this thing on?
a little shake, and she spreads her spores, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to top you up."
Oh, so there's a time limit. Do you know how long it normally lasts?
How long was it since the last time?
Probably about a day and a half now?
at least 8
2
hours.
days.
2 days, really. 2 days.
2 days? Okay.
Not long.
Maybe I'll say this in her mind. We're all hit by the spores again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say this in the mind. Could you, when we wake up in what we could presume to be morning, could you just try to refresh this here little neat potty trick you do?
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
As I was saying, but you couldn't hear me because I guess you couldn't hear me. Ha 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 ha. This is a mushroom forest. There might be myconids here, although I don't sense any.
Are you able to sense
Let's go
myconids?
check it out.
I am a myconid.
Ah.
That explains that.
Could we be delivering you here with some friends of ye?
No, I want to go to the Neverlight Grove. This is not the Neverlight Grove.
Okay, we will take you along.
Could you
Oh, it's
alarm
not
us?
like anybody's asking you, so
Could you just say if some microloads are near?
There could be. Where there are fungi forests, there are myconids.
Okay.
Are
Could you
most
alarm us if
myconid-
you're there?
I can sense myconids.
Are most of them like you, or do dispositions vary?
What do you mean?
Okay, it's a paper.
Are we going to run into trouble if we accidentally run into a myconid that doesn't?
Usually you have to ask the Sovereign's permission to enter the fungi forest.
Well, we have you, right?
Royalty, okay.
We are very territorial. We all have our own forests to cater to.
let's not check it out.
How do we ask the sovereign's permission?
You find the Sovereign and say, "Hello, can we be here?"
That's
We'll
it.
be
here.
Awesome. Let's go.
Walking forward.
Yeah, we're all gonna move forward, I guess.
Can we get retroactive permission to enter this particular area?
What does
If not-
retroactive mean?
If we run into them by accident, do we at least get a chance to ask?
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's
Can you
move
give us a
along.
head start?
Yeah, let's move.
Okay.
Alright,
while
sounds-
moving, I want to keep an eye out on the environment and see if there's anything moving, and I want to listen for anything moving around us that's not the usual cave sounds that we've heard so far.
Hey, do you have an eye patch?
Can I
Um,
here? Can
you've
I
seen the
forage
image,
for
right?
water or food?
Okay.
Lena,
think-
could you put
No.
the image maybe on screen for the viewers as well of
What?
my pirate? Because I'm dressed like him again.
I don't even have the stream open. To be
No, it's on
perfectly-
Discord. There's an image I linked in Discord.
Oh, Discord's a little bit difficult.
But yeah, I could link it somewhere. I can link the image somewhere else.
I think
Image
the
or
image is
link.
next to your face. Isn't it?
1 minute. 1 minute. Give me a
Oh, there we go.
So that's how I look.
Where
And
is
you
it?
don't have an eye patch.
Where is it?
Then,
It's in Discord, and I linked it in Roll20 as well.
Okay.
then how are you gonna keep an eye out? All right, everybody. You have a good night.
That's the fun of the evening.
There we go.
Cool.
Right, I'm swapping back.
All right, so
They say when
Okay,
That's
so
right.
murder.
you're keeping an eye out, but Leo looks very, very comfortable about entering this fungi forest. She doesn't seem to be on guard at all.
Yeah, we'll go after her.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
enter the fungi forest, and it is beautiful. Every colour that you could possibly imagine, and even some that you think that you've never even seen before, exist in this fungi forest. Leo gets off Angaste, and she addresses you all, and she points to a large carstate fungus that can be that's long and tall and kind of looks like a lipstick. And she points to it and she says, "This is a barrel stalk."
A what?
A barrel stalk. And then she takes a dagger from her boot and she stabs it and cuts a hole in it, and water begins to pour out.
Oh, I'll refresh my water skin.
Yeah.
Then I'll drink.
Same.
I'll empty my water skin and I'll refill it again. And I'll
Right,
drink a
is
little
this-
bit more and I'll refill it again.
is this safe to drink?
Yeah, so you can get 1d4. You can get 2 gallons of water from this barrel stalk, and if you pluck it afterwards, you can have 4 pounds of food.
How much?
All of
Oh
us?
wow.
4 pounds of food.
4 pounds of food. How much would that be in
Each,
rations?
or-
How much does a ration weigh?
I don't know. It says in rations in the PHP. I think.
Wait a minute, I've got my DM sheet.
Oh, wait.
cheat sheet.
There is actually a way to it. Let me find it.
I'm gonna ask Lael if there are other like edibles that she could show us while we're here.
Rations a day worth is 2 pounds.
Excellent. So that works out to be 2 rations, and there are a few of them now. She then points to a blue mushroom, but she stops you before you reach to eat it. She goes, "That's a blue cap, and it's actually inedible, but it's nicknamed grain of the underdark. If you gather its spores, you can grind it down and make bread from it."
Okay. So, but you have to process it.
Yes, you have to grind it
That's
down
just
first.
effort in it.
I just grab a bag
shall
of
we at
holding
least-
and put some spars in it.
Yeah, shall we at least take a bit so we can be prepared if we have the chance to make it?
Yeah.
I mean, food and water is always a good thing to have at hand,
Yeah,
right?
we have a bag of holdings, which is
Sorry.
Oh, we do have a we have
I've
a
made
bag
it.
of what?
yeah. You have
I
an
just made
occupied
it.
thing. Just
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You are a
Shovel
fucking
everything we
proper
find in there.
magic memorabilia, aren't you not?
Lou,
I guess I.
want to say something?
Sorry. What does this one do when you grind it down? I missed that.
So if you gather its spores and grind the spores down, it makes a flour to which you can make spore bread.
Ah. Okay.
And 1 loaf equates into 1 pound of food.
Yeah, it's not as exciting as I at first thought it would be, but you know.
Any food down here is exciting, believe me.
Yep.
She walks
Took
a
me
little
couple
bit.
trips already.
She walks a little bit further, and she points to another one. This is a pale orange and white in colour. This is a fire lichen. You normally find it in places of geothermal heat, so if you ever go deeper into the Underdark, you can find more of them there. These are great to be ground and put into soups. They're quite spicy. Or
Right.
put it on some spore bread.
I grabbed some
I
German Decker and cut some of
take
the.
it and I just give it a little try. Spicy one.
Yeah, I'll join with that because
Oh sure, yeah, everybody just let's
I
go
reach
on a
into my-
culinary adventure.
I reach into my pack, pull out some travel bread, and just munch on the travel bread.
You two roll me con saves, please.
19.
oh, that's good.
What's yours?
A 19.
Excellent. So your tongues tingle, and this could make a soup really, really nice.
I'm gonna grab a few of those.
I just grabbed my bag of holding, saying, "Guys, you can put it in here. It's
Guys, you can
The bag
put
of holding.
every-
Oh wait, bag of holding doesn't need separation, right? So I just plunk it in there. I'll just
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you
Just
just
throw
grab what
everything
you want from it.
She then walks around and she points to something that looks like a mass of rotting flesh.
Okay.
That looks like a
Does
massive
it smell
What in-
like one?
what in flash."
This is ripplebark.
Ricklebark?
Ripplebark.
And what's it good for?
You can eat it raw, but it tastes much better roasted. It almost tastes like rathe steaks.
Tastes like steaks?
Rathe steak. Do you not have rathe on the surface?
I have no
Nice.
idea what you're talking about.
Pull out a knife, start carving some of that off.
Yeah, we'll take stock of everything we find basically. So we have at least a few days worth of rations when we
Okay.
cook
Well,
this.
the reason why I'm teaching you these names is because when you say I am foraging, I'm going to ask you to say what you're looking for, and then there is a percentage of whether or not you will find certain mushrooms. So please pay attention.
Yeah.
Next is she points to a bulbous fungus that seems to be in a little puddle. She plucks it and squeezes it, and as she squeezes it, water oozes it like she has just squeezed a sponge. This is a water rub.
How much? How is it called?
A water orb.
Water.
Water and then orb. Water orb.
Oh, water orb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an orb made of water.
Sponge like. And what does this give us besides moisture?
Well, you can get water from it and you can eat it, but it's quite tasteless.
So it's the best one.
If it's your kind of thing. I personally hate mushrooms.
So what were these stalks called again?
Which stalks?
The ones that give us water and a few pounds of food.
The barrel stalks.
That was barrel
Barrel
stalks.
Barrel stalks. So we have barrel stalks, blue caps, fire lichen, ricklebark, and water orbs. Okay.
She now takes you a little bit deeper and she says, the rest of these mushrooms I would not eat. And then she points to a tall and tube bioluminescent, thank you.
Bioluminescent.
Bioluminescent.
Bio.
I'm getting tongue-tied. Mushroom
Bio.
that grows to be 8 feet tall. It emits a
Damn.
bright light in a 15-foot radius, and they grow in packs. She says, this one you can pluck, but be careful when cutting it. Sometimes they like to explode.
Same.
Oh!
Okay.
There's some interesting
I'll put-
properties.
Oh no!
I'll point this to the-
Sorry.
Oh.
Retcon. I read the wrong one. Yeah, so she says, so she plucks it out, she lifts it, she upboops it, and she just touches it, and it turns on, and she touches it, and it turns off, and she touches it, and it turns on, and she touches it, and she turns off. So she technically has a mushroom staff that turns on and turns off.
It's a light.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I don't. I just sort of
Are there
rearrange the
more of
dancing.
those?
I rearrange the dancing lights that I have around our heads into a staff.
I'll relight Umtam's weapon.
I was gonna look for. Actually, there's another one of those. I was gonna try and just wrap it around. So it's like just.
That's it. The others are not that interesting.
Ooh.
I don't know about the exploding things.
There are exploding ones, but I'll just let you find out those ones for yourself.
Explosion orbs.
Alright, well, shall we continue on towards our senior friend?
Yes, let us. I think I've taught you enough to get you by in times of trouble.
Alright.
Yeah, and as I said, we're gonna get a stash of at least everything a little bit, so
Yeah.
we can get to a few days and get to learn how we process this stuff while we go as well. So we're not, when we find it, we won't be thrown into the deep of how to process it as well.
Right. So you travel through the forest through a very narrow path until you come to yet another tunnel, and you exit out of it. Occasionally, Leo stops and listens to what seems to be like she's kind of like concentrating on the rock, and then she adjusts her course afterwards.
I do want to take mental note of the route we're going and how the rock flows. I want to take in everything around me and how the underdog works, basically.
Are you
Because-
Are you drawing a map?
Not necessarily drawing a map, but drawing a image about the underdog itself. Not necessarily the layout in detail, but the underdog itself, how it behaves, the sounds I hear, the normal sounds that you would hear versus sounds that might indicate like something happening, like if you know what I mean, like if you're in a forest and the birds start going silent, there's a problem. That kind of deal, like the normal sounds, normal flow of the caverns that we're in, the sounds that we hear, and the smells that we smell.
So as you travel, you notice the Underdarks is pretty quiet, and Leo stops you occasionally, and unusual creatures pass you by, and you discover that the natural sound of the Underdark is silence.
Okay. So no like water drops in the distance and that kind of thing.
If you come across a river or a waterfall, then you hear things like that. Yeah, the natural thing is silent, which is why most of the creatures are stealthy.
So then I'll always keep an ear out if I hear anything, because apparently this is a thing. I want to keep an ear out on anything around us.
So who's getting Discord messages?
I think that might be me.
Okay, I can hear them. Yeah, so you continue to travel, you continue to see bizarre creatures, bizarre plants, bizarre fungi. Occasionally you come across remnants of civilizations you don't recognize either. You don't see the beauty of the elves or the hard deco of the dwarves or even the strength of the draconic races in these ruins. They seem like they are long forgotten races claimed by the earth. And yeah, and it gets dark.
It gets dark, or it is dark.
You get tired.
It gets dark.
It gets dark. According to your time watch, which is a glowing orb which grows brighter as the day gets brighter and goes dark as the gets out. It is getting to be dusk. You have been traveling for a while.
Shall we be looking for a place to spend the night again and maybe set up a watch order so we would be safe during the entire night instead of all going to sleep?
That
That
would
would
be
totally
smart.
be wise.
So
Yes.
where you are right now is you are near a ruin. It's not a very big ruin. It's not like there's buildings or anything. It just looks like some old statues that have been eroded away after time, and some fallen columns and bricks and things like that.
I guess we'll take our stay at the most covered part of it. So wherever there's most ruins still standing and the most cover from all sides is, we'll take that place as a place to rest.
Excellent.
I'm gonna ask Lady Lael if she knows anything.
If you want to.
Lady Lael, we're all starting to get tired. I think it's about time to break camp. The ruins seem like they'd be the smartest place, but is there anything that we should know about them? Do you know anything out there that might make them dangerous?
You are wise to ask, but I am sure as there are many trees on the surface, there are many ruins in the Underdark. Some are safe and some are not.
So we won't know unless we actually check it out. Fair enough.
I will send dancing lights sort of scattering throughout the ruins and see if anything reacts poorly.
No, everything's fine.
It doesn't seem to be like there's anything inside the ruins, at least right now. Let's take a look.
All right,
I agree.
Sounds like a plan.
Check it out.
let's find a
Dancing
good
lights
spot.
back and keeping them around the people that can't see.
And by the way, even during the entire day, whenever if we're traveling longer than an hour, I'll always keep Tom's weapon lighted whenever an hour passes.
Yeah, it's a good way for us to keep track of time then.
Like, the only one here that
Yeah,
can
it
see in the
actually
dark,
is.
the only one here
Is
that
me.
can see in the dark is the gnome, isn't it?
Yeah, and the
Yes.
tour guide,
And me,
John.
Yeah, but like of the players,
the wizard.
you can see in the dark.
Dark
I'm
vision?
I'm a human.
You can't see in the dark.
Can see in the dark.
Oh, can. Sorry, yeah.
Can, not can't.
Yeah,
Only the
Gnome's
gnome
the only one who
can.
can.
So, fortunately, I've got four dancing. I have four dancing lights, so there'll probably just be one like orbiting each of our heads. Those that can't see. Yeah, so just gonna look around the ruins and see if there's a good spot to camp down, or any potential valuables.
Can I go in front? Because I have dark vision, so I can see stuff better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I look for any dangerous things in the ruins.
So, do you want us to
No.
roll investigation?
Yeah, I think we should all investigate. Investigate potential threats in the ruins.
I would investigate for sure.
10.
Anyone care to help me with my investigation?
I will help the wizard with his investigation.
Thank you.
That's an 11, which makes it a 13.
I rolled a 23.
I don't need to help the wizard with his investigation.
You did. You did. That gave me the 23.
Oh, I did help the wizard with his investigation.
So you guys investigate. This ruin's safe.
Okay.
You don't see any tentacled cats or winged demons, or there isn't even Feosris here.
Alright,
Cat is
so-
a tentacle.
I
Are
guess
there
I'll
any
take the
areas
first
where
watch.
there's like a single entrance?
To describe this ruin better, it's kind of like, have you ever been to Giza and you go to see the old in Egypt, and it has the old, like the old workshops of the people that built the pyramids, and they're just kind of like really low walls of like remnants of something that used to be there a very long time ago. That's all that's there, and
Yeah,
some
like
old
it's like-
columns.
Mostly
Like I
like
said,
open area.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take the most covered area to set up camp in.
Okay, so you find a lovely high wall. It's about 5 feet tall in an L shape
Yeah.
that you can just hunker down in.
And even if it's possible, like find outside a little bit higher up to where the person on watch could sit and keep watch to the area.
Yeah. Can sit on a wall.
Sure.
I will take the first watch.
I will take second. Just wake me.
Third.
I will go after the wizard.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So those of you that are taking the first watch, as the others start to settle down,
Dancing lights.
you start to hear noises, whispers, and gibbering. And they seem to have no apparent origin. They seem to come from everywhere and nowhere. A bit like when you get that dot on your eye and you look at it and it moves. It's kind of
Yeah,
like that, but
yeah.
with your hearing.
That
That's
just gives me a
unsettling.
chill down my spine.
I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm good at those. That's an 18.
Okay, you're
Ooh,
perfectly
nice.
fine. So, apart from occasionally hearing these noises, your watch goes off without a hitch.
I am going to like sort of pass the dancing lights around the area and like sort of like basically like so with the 4 dancing lights, I make 2 concentric circles that sort of like spiral back in on each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like this sort of constant like rotating figure 8. So that like they'll
Like
pass
this?
by a large so they'll pass like
This kind
by
of
a
shape.
large thing and pass by a smaller thing, and just so I can sort of keep an eye out for anything that might be around that is making these whispering sounds.
No, it's like as soon as you start to look in an area, it moves.
Yeah. That's unsettling. Alright. Second watch, I will wake up the wizard. Right, so before you sit down and watch, just so you know, there's some really fucking noisy buggers out there, and I think you've got it, but if you don't, wake us up. I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration
Thank you.
before I go to sleep.
And I'll pull out like the half bottle of rum I have spare. I'm almost running out. I think this be fine for me to be inspired for the rest of this watch. Thank you very much, and that helps me. Yeah, and I'll get that inspiration from you. I'll be gladly to take that from you.
Okay.
Extra d6 you can use on your save.
So I'll take watch, and I want to pull out Filthy Beast. And I'll have him fly around the area and scout around as well, using his hearing and that kind of thing, so he can report to me mentally when there's something wrong.
Okay. So you've been warned about the gibbering voices in the darkness, and you're kind of sitting there with your rum and you're birds watching and you're having a drink and you're just quietly chilled on your wall, and you're listening.
I'll give part of the rum to my parrot as well, because that's what he's a worse alcoholic than I am. So.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well you're both drinking, you're chilled out, and you're listening out for these voices, but you don't hear them.
All right.
But what you do sense is like something's watching you.
Do I sense a direction?
It's behind you.
I'll look behind me.
You see nothing.
Do I feel
and
looked at again?
Yes, it feels like it's moved. So wherever your back is now, it feels like it's there, and it's getting closer.
I'm gonna command Filthy Beast to basically be on my back.
Okay, Filthy Beast is on your back, but the feeling doesn't go away.
It's the bird.
I'm gonna freak out a bit and drink another sip of rum. Maybe this sip empties the bottle, so I'm out.
The feeling gets closer.
Dun, dun.
I'm gonna, scoot over towards this big animal still, the animal that has been kicking me in the beak as well, right?
Yeah, Angus stays there.
I'm gonna scoot a little bit to that.
Okay, the feeling doesn't go away, and it gets closer.
Dun, dun.
I'm gonna hopefully outlast this feeling for my watch
Okay.
and be really freaked out.
Okay.
The feeling is a metaphor for your crippling alcoholism,
I need you
slowly
to.
ruining your life.
I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And if you need it, you have an extra d6 you can roll on it.
Is a wisdom saving throw? That's.
You have to decide to use if you're using the bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
before
I
you
have
roll
a
it,
14
or
on
not.
that, but I will use my bardic inspiration on that. So that would be a 15.
Okay, you're perfectly fine, but the feeling gets closer and closer, and as your watch comes to an end, it gets closer and closer until
Stop.
Leo then taps you on your shoulder.
Who? What?
Lael taps you on your shoulder. She is taking the second watch. Third watch, thank you.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna fall over, faint, and go to sleep.
I think
And as
I
he
think-
shouts,
Alright.
every monster
Some-
in the Underdark comes crashing
Alright,
down on
some
our
of
room.
us are trying to sleep here.
One at a time, guys. One at a time. Lou, what are you trying to say?
I think Vulcan wanted to take the watch right after.
Vulcan, do you want to take the watch? You can take it with
Yeah.
Lael.
I will take it with her.
Excellent. She looks at you and she goes, "What's wrong with him?"
With the pirate guy.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
By the way, my filthy piece is still flying around, right?
Okay. Yeah.
He's interesting, to say at least. But
You are most interesting. You have not said very much. Who are you?
I am Falcon Magnus, and well, I'm here to try to find the Philosopher's Stone.
What is the Philosopher's Stone?
It's simply said, it's just a stone that contains the power of the gods. Whoever wields it becomes a god, in fact. And I want to find it so no evil can get to it.
That is a honourable thing to find, but you do know that ultimate power corrupts ultimately.
I know, I've read about this fact for many times. And
And you think the power of the gods will be safe in your hands?
no, I basically just want to find it to hide it again in a better place which is held away by magic and other powerful stuff.
Interesting.
They're having a cliche off while the bard is asleep. Come on.
Whoa. Okay, so your watch begins, and there's no feeling of something watching you. There's no whispering gibberish for your watch. You feel perfectly safe. There's something about being quite close to the paladin. Whenever you're 5 foot near her, you just feel very, very protected and very, very safe.
She has auras.
That's because she's a thermonuclear warhead.
Pretty much.
Yes, paladins are.
They're amazing. I love paladins.
I'm sorry, I crit. 5 levels of divine smite plus a banishing smite.
Oh, I mean, that's how I killed a bullrog, and then I did my dexterity saving throw, and then used my shield. It wasn't a bullrog. What is it? What are they called?
Just
Bellows. There we go.
Bala.
Yeah, Bellow. Yeah, and then
We go away.
yeah, and then yeah, that's exactly what I did. It only took 3 hits. And then it exploded, and it killed nearly most of the party, but then I did my dexterity saving throw and used my shield mastering and didn't take any damage.
Yep. Paladins are pretty fucking boss.
Yeah, that was amazing. But anyway, back to the thing. So you do your watch, and it goes pretty much without a hitch.
Okay,
Right,
great.
who is next?
The people who can't see. So-
Are we all going to end up taking a turn at watch?
Yeah. Do we need more than 3 turns?
You need one more. You're doing about.
How about both of us?
Yeah, you can do that.
That's probably wise. Yeah.
So,
You have the mushroom
Oh.
stick.
yeah, we have all kinds of lights to put
Yeah.
up and put down.
I was just basically sitting there holding the hammer out enough so I can just kind of use it as a torch.
It's
or
not lighted
the
anymore.
mushroom light.
Oh, you have the mushrooms on it, right? Yeah.
Excellent.
So my mushroom hammer.
So you start your watch. It's pretty uneventful for the first hour. However, the second hour, it feels like something's crawling around your feet.
And I take it there's nothing there.
There is nothing there.
Say, do you feel like there's something crawling around your feet, but there's nothing there?
Yes, I do.
Can you
Quite
retract?
unusual.
Can you retract all of your limbs into your shell?
Yes.
cool.
I do the withdrawal thing. Bring
That's
my
pretty cool.
legs in, pop them back out. It has its uses, yes.
Is that like a? Can you take your shell off, or is that?
No, that's kind of attached.
I figured, but
No, it's not like a cartoon where I come out and I've got like a pair of boxers on underneath.
what's a
it. No,
cartoon?
the whole thing. An illustration, a drawing.
So
Do you not have culture?
Good save.
You have a very interesting culture.
Well, I mean, most of what I know
I
culture
don't,
comes from
I don't
Waterdeep.
much get around. Falling into this hole was the most culture I've ever gotten in my life.
Oh, well, I mean,
Quite an adventure.
when you're rescued off of an island by a really legendary Varian, you get around a little bit.
Is that what happened to you?
Yes.
You must have told me like 5 times already. I'm
no.
the worst.
But actually, I think you're the first person who's asked. At least here.
Oh,
Yes, the grew up on an island. Once my parents passed, I was the only person there. Enough, an adventurer washed up and decided he wanted to take me with him for some reason.
and your parents were
No
just
place
okay
else.
with that?
Oh, my parents had passed already. It's just
Oh,
turtles don't live much longer than their children coming into the world.
really? That's strange.
Oh,
Do
maybe
you
for
lay eggs? Is that a
Uh,
strange question to ask someone if they lay eggs?
well, I mean, I don't
know.
lay eggs personally.
Yeah.
I believe that would be the females of my race that lay eggs, but yeah, they're usually just a couple.
So,
I'm inclined to
yeah,
believe-
basically having a chat about how turtles reproduce.
Yeah, what else are we gonna do? While ghosts are crawling around our feet.
Trying to distract ourselves from this feeling.
Okay, well,
There's actually 2 people with sonic screwdrivers right now.
as you
Do you want to make it 3?
Oh really?
I now feel like we all have to have them.
I do not
I
have.
mean, I am wearing the proper coat for
Yeah, I saw the
Yep.
code as well.
Wait. Together.
We're all going Doctor Who style.
Guys, back on the game.
Yeah.
As much as I love your props, we can do this after the game. So come back. Right, good. Put them away.
Okay,
As you, yes, we're ready. You have a fez.
Defense.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Right,
That's perfect.
right. Back on the game. We can play with props later. So as you're trying to ignore it, it feels like it's coiling around you and increasing its tension
Legs
on you.
or entire?
Yeah,
my entire
it's
being?
starting to crawl up your legs, up your lower torso, up your upper
Wait,
torso.
I'm just gonna.
Okay, what is that?
How do you
I'm
call
gonna-
that? Fucking, I don't. When you sit with crossed legs, what do you call that?
Sitting with crossed legs, or Americans sometimes say Indian style.
Right, that. Does that help? Does that alleviate the
No.
feeling of?
It just feels like it's now around your neck.
Right. Well,
Okay,
I mean,
I
don't
need you-
appreciate being tied up, but I'd like to know what this is.
I need you both to
when
make
in
me-
Rome.
I need you both to roll me wisdom saving throws.
What? Wisdom.
Yes, please.
Boy, howdy.
That's a 3.
Oh, I get to use my other table.
Ah, there we go. Oh, shit.
Finally,
This is why
failures occur.
I didn't want to take watch alone.
19. Despite my +0.
1 minute, I'm just trying to find my other table.
This is when one of us spontaneously multi-classes into paladin. And,
Pirate paladin.
Not surprising, the barbarian is not very wise.
You don't look so hot. Are the ghosts bothering you?
Tom?
No, they're not.
Yes.
Look, they're not.
check.
Haha!
I've lost you. Where are you? There
Wait,
you are. I'm gonna. Cameras are gonna go all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
like the
I have sent him a personal message.
he's still in the call for the rest of us.
Oh, did I send that to the wrong place? Yeah, he's supposed to be in the call. Oh, where's he gone?
Now he's
He's
now
gone.
he's out of the call.
Where's he gone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
Shit.
Did I break him?
Okay, my Discord crashed. I'm back.
Okay.
There's me
So
thinking
I
that you like.
expected-
There's me thinking you rage quit.
I expected
No, no,
that
no.
to happen to me,
No,
but
I'm fine with this.
It apparently crashed at different time scales for the rest of us.
alright, let's go back into the game.
Yeah. Okay, so you failed your wisdom saving throw. And,
Oh, yes.
And you know what happened, so I'll leave that with you.
Yes.
Right. Well, that was a very pleasant watch. And in the chat, cracking a cold one with the boys. Putting your feet up, having a smoke. No problem.
Okay. As you're doing all this, you notice Tom's just not. I'm just sitting there.
Well, I mean, you're chilling, right?
He is.
Same.
He is not moving.
I'm not very relaxed.
He is utterly.
Do I notice this? Do I notice that he's acting weird now? Or that he's,
Well, you're talking away to him and he's just not responding. He seems very rigid and slightly,
So then
slightly horrified.
I go like this, and he's sitting there like,
Yeah,
hello?
he doesn't blink or anything.
Ah, great. Shit. Well, I don't know what to do, so I wake up, the bard. Hello? Guy, listen.
You have precisely 1 minute to explain why you woke me.
I don't need a minute.
You in the kidneys.
Our turtle is, has been stoned. Our turtle is stoned.
I get up and go look at Tom. What seems to be the issue with Tom?
Tom does not react to my to the very interesting things that I have to say. Can you imagine?
I would like to. Can I do a medicine check?
Okay, roll me a medicine check, please.
I can't light it better than that, but it's a 20.
Okay. As you
Natural 20!
You're saved.
Okay, as you roll your medicine check, you've heard stories of this before. This could be Underdark madness. People that spend prolonged time in the Underdark and in an alien environment and away from the sun can exude sudden parts of madness. And what you can see here is Tom has completely retreated into his own mind and become paralysed with fear. However, on checking him out, you can see that it won't last long, and in about a minute's time, he will snap out of it.
If I gave him the ability to be immune to fear or to being frightened, would that help?
No,
Okay.
this is madness, so it's not like being charmed. It's not like being
It's a psychological.
yeah.
effect on
It's a
it.
psychological effect. It's its own mechanic.
Okay. Just sort of look at him. No, he'll be fine. Just you spend too long in an environment like the Underdark, it sort of gets in your head a little bit. You start thinking you're feeling things that aren't actually happening to you, hearing things that aren't actually there, seeing things that aren't actually there, things like that. It's the mind trying to rationalize a dark and dismal place.
Is that all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
Have I come out of it yet?
Yeah, you just suddenly snap out of it like nothing's happened.
Am I still feeling the things all over me?
No, it subsided.
Oh, okay, what did I miss?
You're right there, Tom.
Here for you. It's okay. You just
Not that I
retreated
don't
back
appreciate
into
that, but
the
you
alien
can stay
environment.
seated where you are. The tendril things are gone. I think I'm okay. How long was I out?
Minute. 5.
Okay.
I don't know. Something like that. That's okay.
Hopefully that won't happen again.
Right.
And with
I'm gonna go
that,
back to sleep now.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. So you all go back to rest, and the rest of the watch continues without issue. And with that, your watch has ended, and you are well rested, and you have had a long rest. You wake up to break fast, and continue on your journey.
Sweet.
All right.
Let us
Yeah,
continue along our journey.
So, out of curiosity, so mechanically, I know, like, not once the madness has already taken you, but would protection from evil and good help resist the effects of that? Like,
Oh, I've had this conversation with someone before.
because it basically the target once you're under the effect of the protection, the target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's only by aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead, not just the world around you. So never mind, it wouldn't work.
Okay, so just speak a little bit about madness, just to prepare you guys for a little bit later. I'll be telling you in private. I have a very large table of fun things for you to go mad at. Madness can happen by spending too much time in the Feazris. It can also succumb to Underdark madness. You can also get it by looking at a demon lord and anything associated with the main demon lords.
Let's not look at Demon Lord.
That's meta knowledge, so sometimes they just pop out at you and you have no choice. However,
Hate it when that happens.
so mechanically, it's your own thing. It's not quite a charm. It's not quite frightened. It's your own effect. There are levels, and at level 3, you get a permanent madness score. So Tom, you now have 1 level of madness. Yeah,
Yes.
if it ever happens again, you'll get level 2, which will last a bit longer. And then level 3, you get a permanent madness, which will then be a flaw. Okay, and that goes for the rest of you. The only way to get rid of permanent madness is greater restoration.
Okay.
Cough, cough, Mr. Bard.
Alrighty.
It takes a
I also
while
just-
to get access to magical secrets. All right,
I know.
Right, so you guys ready to travel on your way?
because
Yeah.
I'm also not a lore bard, so I get less magical secrets than they do.
What kind of bard are you gonna go?
Blades.
Okay.
Bard MD.
Dr. Bard.
So yeah, we're gonna continue along our way.
Okay. I need to go to the bathroom. So you guys want to just roleplay for a little bit?
Sure.
I'll go
Sure.
for a pee as well. So
Right, well...
You know, we're walking along and all of a sudden the paladin just stops. He's like,
The paladin just paladin has a memory leak that
stops working.
causes the
So
blue
we're all
screen.
down here
The paladin's
looking.
gotta be the paladin's got to reboot.
So we're all down here looking for something then, it seems.
Oh, I typically don't come to the dark unless you are looking for something.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking for.
Most of it seems like it's people.
What time are you wrapping up? 9.
People tend to be a thing you want to look for.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
what time is it finished?
As we
Not in my case, but
as we get background conversation from the GM's chat.
That's all I'm asking there.
Yeah, we almost got a conversation going here. Just
Oh.
not
Wow.
quite.
Also, we're echoing in somebody's microphone. I'm not sure whose.
I think Leonie's.
Worse.
It could be Leone's. It could be.
Could be Ken, yeah.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I need my thing on it.
Not sure. That could be Ken actually.
I don't know. No, it was Leone's.
What's up?
We could hear
Okay.
ourselves echoing in your headset.
Oh, it's because my headset was really close to my mic.
Yeah.
Mm,
Alright, I
Explains
remember
a lot.
to them.
Yep.
You guys role playing or what?
We were trying to, but then we got
derailed.
cut off by a conversation from that you guys were having.
continuing on our journey, I guess then.
Right. Yes, most people who come into the Underdark are looking for something or another. You don't. It's not really a place you visit.
That's true.
Well,
I've read on
how many of us
a lot
are
about
looking to rescue, and how much of us are chasing something else?
it. No, I'm trying to find a specific
Really?
stone.
It really depends on what you qualify as rescuing. See, if you kill a bit of a bastard, then you rescue a lot of people that he can't be a bastard to anymore.
Well, that's
So
a fair
you have
point.
issues.
With one very specific person, yes.
I'm looking for my papa.
Yeah,
I'm looking for the guy who killed my papa.
Well, I hope they're not the same. I hope yours isn't the same as mine and that one's.
I'm hoping a number of bars aren't the same at this point.
Shroom suddenly perks up. She goes, I just live here.
Oh. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
By the way, did she do her shaky thing in the morning or not?
It lasts 2 days, so she doesn't have to. So it's the next. It's the next
Okay, yeah, okay.
Don't forget to do your shaky thing on us.
So, we continue on towards the seer. Hopefully,
Yeah, we do.
maybe.
We just travel on
Point us all in the right direction.
at a normal pace while keeping an eye out for certain dangers and something we might be able to pick up for immediate sustenance
Yeah,
instead of having.
keeping an eye out for barrel stocks, really.
Mostly.
'Cause
Yeah,
those are
Does-
the most
does
useful.
someone-
Of the,
Who wants to roll me survival?
Sure. Actually, hold on.
I will give. I will aid anyone who is rolling survival.
I'll give it a go.
Are you proficient in survival?
No, I'm not.
Then you cannot give aid.
Oh, well, can someone
can
aid
give
me
aid.
in rolling for survival?
Yeah, I will
Nope.
aid you in survival.
Okay.
All right.
I can aid anybody who's looking to do the survival rolls as
So
well.
that's a 9 or a 3. We'll go with the 9, which makes that a 12.
Can I transfer my inspiration for that?
It's a bit late. It's after
fine.
the roll. It's after the roll. But nine is enough. You find one barrel stalk.
12 is the.
Oh, 12.
that's my-
You still
yeah.
find only one barrel stalk.
Stab it, refill water, cut it
Yeah.
down, put it in the bag of holding.
Excellent. Okay, so as you travel, you come across a very high ledge. It's another ravine, and it just seems to go down forever, never-ending blackness. And there is a narrow 18-inch wide ledge that skirts the ravine.
First of all, I would pick up. Are there like random stones and stuff on the floor that I could pick up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to pick up a stone, cast light on it, and just walk to the edge, look over it, and just drop it.
Okay, so you
And
drop it.
just look at it
Okay.
and count.
Okay, so you're counting. Keep counting. Keep counting. Keep counting. It gets smaller and smaller. The light disappears. It's just a dot. It keeps going down, and then it's swallowed by the darkness.
I'm looking with a little bit of a panicky face towards these guys. Help me!
I can't believe you're a pirate that's scared of heights. How did you get up? Like the things that.
But like I said before, when
Maths.
You'd
when
be
I
able
would
to fall
fall,
into the
I would fall into the water.
We're technically not in a high place so much as we're in a low place that has an even lower place next to it.
Exactly. It's mostly the
nothing to
idea
worry
of
about.
the eternal darkness that lies below. That's more scary than necessarily the height, you know.
Well, the actual scary thing would be a ground that you could be splattered upon. But,
Yeah, it's
No,
not the
no.
fear, it's not the fall you have to be afraid of.
Presumably
more
that's at the
scary.
bottom. Presumably that's at the bottom of the fall.
But yeah.
See, there's
I look-
no proof of there being a floor.
You keep
probably
believing
is.
that. I look over at our guide. Across or where are we going?
Along.
Alone?
Can we maybe use your fine riding beast that I've found quite a nice companion to scratch below the neck?
She shakes her head. She goes, "This goes on for quite a while. It will take us half a day to get across. To carry you guys that far will be a thing. But I have an idea. And she tosses one part of her rope at you.
I'll
I was
grab
just
it.
looking at my hand rope.
Look, we will need a rope for each of you.
We'll hang
I,
ourselves because there's no
Yep.
point anymore.
I have a silken rope, so I'll tie her end to me and
you'd
another
like.
rope to me, and I'll give it to the next one in line.
If
Yep,
you'd
I'll
like,
continue that down. I have a hemp rope, so I.
I also got a rope.
Oh, sure.
if you'd like, I could go on ahead and put a guide rope in.
Yes.
Would be nice.
That would be a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
As I cast fly on myself.
For half a day.
I have 7 charges in this turn.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That is 7 charges is 70 minutes of flying.
Okay.
So,
At least around the most dangerous parts, you know?
I
There
just
might
go
be parts that are even more dangerous to get across, so at least use it on those
ting, ting.
parts.
Whoosh,
Okay.
ting, ting.
So as he starts putting them on, he goes off ahead. Leo just gets on, and Gaston, they climb over. They just climb. I need you guys to make me a dexterity saving throw, but because there's a guide rope, you'll have advantage.
Okay.
Look at
I
us
don't,
being
need, I
smart.
don't need to make. I don't need to make it right now, do I?
No, you're flying.
Yeah, because I'm flying.
It's only when you stop flying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make you do one.
no, that's fine.
Can I
that's fine.
take 2 advantages?
Nope.
Then that is.
You could, if you have an inspiration, you could re-roll one. But because that's not a advantage that you use, it's an actual re-roll of a dice. It's a different
Alright.
mechanic.
Then I will do that. Oh, that's perfect because that is now an 18, and it was an 8.
So you use your inspiration there.
Yes.
Okay.
14.
Plus
A
dexterity,
Mm-hmm.
then it is 11. No, 12.
A 16.
Cool. No one got lower than a 10. You're all fine.
And we're attached to each other, so if one would fall, we could be able to help each other, hopefully.
We've got someone who's flying, so that helps.
I almost died.
Right? It's like tie
So,
everyone
as-
to Boomtown because
for-
Boomtown's strong enough to carry people up. But
For the first while, I'm just sort of watching and seeing which one of them is the least stable.
Uh-huh.
And the 3 of you that are the least stable get bardic inspirations
All
because I
right.
can only do it 3 times. But
Okay. So you're halfway. We're gonna say we're halfway there. I need you all to roll me another dexterity saving throw for the last thing. What are you doing with your flights? Because we're halfway there.
I'm still nailing up guide ropes. For
Okay.
them, so
You're
I
gonna,
will
you're gonna
pull
come
out-
a little bit short towards the end, so you're gonna have to do me a
Do
dexterity.
we still have advantage?
Yes,
And-
because there's the guide rope.
And
I
I
think
will
I'm-
pull
I'm
out
the only one that
my.
doesn't.
I will pull out my bird
Mhm.
to give me the help action for whatever is gonna happen. So he's gonna, push me back when I would fall step over, that kind of thing. So I wanted him to give me the help action while getting over.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume I've used all 7
13.
charges of my turn,
Yeah.
and I don't get advantage on the last one because I'm the one putting the guide ropes up, not.
Yeah.
I got a 10.
Fortunately, I rolled a 15, which makes it a 19.
Nice.
What else? Did everyone else make it?
I
8
might roll
plus
a
2.
nine.
So I
Okay.
need to
10.
make a new roll, so with advantage then? Or what was that?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you all
we've
have-
done one. We've all done one.
Yeah? Yeah.
I need you. Have you done a second one?
I haven't done the second one
Okay,
yet.
do me a second one
And I'm with advantage for
with
my bird.
advantage because you've got the
Yeah,
ropes.
okay. That would be a... This is a save, right?
Yes.
Okay, I would be rolling a 10.
Oh.
You wobble.
And I have a 12.
You get on your heels. You're,
You
you're
have a-
trying to lean forward, but your bird pushes you forward.
Okay, cool.
Did anyone get lower than a 10?
I might got a 5.
Wrath and it would have been Wrath. It would
Roll
have
me
been Wrath
a
Vulcan.
roll me a
and-
d6, please.
Yeah, Wrath.
No, I got a
Vulcan
12.
And,
4.
What's 4,
and
4
Rebel
or
had
5?
bardic
A
inspiration.
9. Okay.
Oh, the alright.
Am I right next to
I
Wrath?
understand.
Okay,
Oh,
Vulcan.
no, it was a Wrath. It was Vulcan.
Vulcan.
Vulcan. Am I right next to Vulcan?
Your marching orders, because I am just going to assume that you've just stayed in them.
Actually, yes. Vulcan was second to last.
Yes, he is.
Alright, Can I reach forward and try and grab him?
I need you to make me a
Please do.
strength saving throw.
Okay.
No. And oh, actually, you can do either. You can do me a strength saving throw, or you can do me a athletics. Either. Or.
They'd both be the same. I got an unnatural 20.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So Vulcan, as you go to slip off this ledge, you feel a strong claw grab at you and just hoist you back up on the ledge.
Thank you, Untum. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You saved my life.
So,
Excellent. Okay. So
well,
you.
let's just get across this ledge.
Okay. So you've travelled half a day across this ledge. You're going to stop for lunch.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Catch your breath.
Yep.
Feel like you've
Catch your
really
gnomes.
survived. Feel like you've really survived something.
Oh, guys. Let's not do that too often.
Let's just don't do it again.
I'm starting to feel like this is going to be a fairly common occurrence
Yeah,
down here,
it's-
unfortunately.
Let's
It's
not
not-
fucking die.
It's not something we're gonna. It's
Good
not something
man.
we're gonna be looking out for. No.
Excellent.
You know what would happen to me if I would fall down to the bottom of this and be twitching?
No, I mean, it depends on what's on the
You'll
bottom,
probably
actually.
Well-
die.
You'd
I would
probably
be a
fall
nervous
for-
wreck.
You'd probably fall for quite a while. Until
And
the
then-
ground eventually broke your fall. Or
Yeah.
something worse than the ground broke your fall.
Either way, you're probably dead.
Probably the best thing that could happen to you would be hitting the ground.
yeah.
You most likely would have ended up in the Shadowlands.
In the what?
Shadowlands?
The even shadowier lands.
Is that even further down than the fucking underdog or what?
Yes, there are pockets of shadow that envelop all. Some say they
that's-
even lead to the abyss.
Let's not go there.
No.
Yeah, let's try to
Technically,
avoid those.
Technically, it's not down so much as it is sideways in the metaphysical.
My
plane
dear.
perspective of things, but-
My dear, you're not be helping my fear.
A step sideways, step down, doesn't really matter if you end up in the abyss.
Excellent. Okay, so you stop for lunch. You have your lunch,
Death.
and you continue to move on. So the silence is suddenly broken this time as you continue to travel. You hear bubbling,
What kind of bubbling?
like someone has a straw in some water and is blowing bubbles, bubbling.
Is it like a slow bubbling?
Yeah, it's very slow bubbling.
Is
Very slow bubbling.
is it acid pit bubbling or is it cauldron on the pot bubbling?
It's,
Or is it lava pit bubbling?
it sounds very wet and very thick.
So lava.
Somebody
Let's
wanna
go,
toss a
let's
stone
go
in
into the direction of the bubbling.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
So you come
Sure, let's check it out.
you come across another cavern. You're going to see a lot of caverns.
yes.
However,
I've
in
noticed a
this,
trend.
however, in this cavern, there is a broad, 10-foot wide, deep pit of slimy muck.
Oh, tar. Right.
It's not tar.
Can I tell what it is?
You can look and investigate.
Can I make a nature check?
Yeah, you can make a nature check.
5, which makes it 7. I got no clue.
Yeah, you have no clue.
And while he is being productive, trying to figure out what this is, I walk up to our wizard, and I go, you know what this reminds me of? You know what this looks like?
Tell me.
Oh, you don't want to know
Tar.
what I think this looks like.
Can't believe you just ruined my punchline.
Yeah. I was waiting for this person. Shut up. So go again. So you walk up to me.
I'm very happy that he ruined the punchline.
Yeah, I know you are.
Can you get
Yeah, I
something
said
USB?
tar. I said tar. It looks like tar.
You'll get a big slap on your back because Erna loves it.
God, the punchline.
So, anyone have an idea what this is?
Mm,
Oh.
Can I make a
look
nature
at it
check to
and
see?
if I can figure out what it is.
Yeah, go on then.
Not sure. Checks.
That
Can we all
would
make a
be
nature
a 24 for investigation.
Okay, it is a mud pit, and it is probably connected to a geothermal vent. It doesn't look dangerous, but it looks really gross, and it doesn't smell very nice.
It's a pit with wet water, and it's warm and powered by steam stuff.
Lestrade turns around
Okay.
and says, "It's very good for your skin."
I'm gonna drop all my clothes and jump in.
I'm actually,
Alright, so
she
the
said
wizard
that,
is
and I
dead.
started scooping some off.
I'm just gonna go full.
It's like, well, I'm gonna need to be
Full
presentable
Monty.
when I get out of this.
How are any of us still alive?
I'm very
I'm
generous.
I'm not certain about the rest of you, but I know how I'm still alive.
And
Nah.
those Dan, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, sure. That's
I
a
just
14.
watch.
You get stuck.
This
This stuff
Wait,
is
do I
super-
fail? Do I fail my save?
Yeah, you failed.
Okay, then I decide to use my reaction for my arcane deflection and get a +4 to my save.
Okay, you make your save, but that stuff is really sticky.
I'll just put it on a bit and then get out again.
See, that's why I didn't go in the pool. I was just scooping it up.
But yeah, I can use a reaction. If I fail a save, I can use my reaction to add a +4 to my save.
How many times a day can you do that?
I can do that every round. The only thing is, until the end of my next turn, I cannot cast any spells besides cantrips. That's the warcaster, war arcane, war
mage.
wizard feat
Yeah.
that I get.
Cool.
So yeah. So when I fail, I can choose to.
So you guys are at a sticky muck pit. What are you gonna do?
Is there any way around?
This feels great, guys, and I'll just swipe it off in the direction of everybody and splatter a bit on everybody.
I just step him back. Just
I
step
make
back.
sure to keep Wrath between me and the mud at all times.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
That is a 23 dexterity saving throw. It's like, nope.
You could go up and over if you had a giant climbing wizard.
Anyway,
Or you could go through the muck with enough flexibility.
How far is it?
It's only 10 foot.
Then I'll pick up up all my stuff, wrap it within my usual cloak and that kind of thing, so I have one kind of package, and I'll just re-enter the thing and march through it because I'm already filthy and naked, so I don't care. So I'll just walk through it.
I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
can I ask the
That
paladin?
would be the same
Her
amount on a
wizard.
roll, so I'll choose to use my arcane deflection again to make that a 18.
Okay, you struggle, but you manage to wade through this stuff.
Okay.
You said there's a plank on it. I'm just gonna try and walk across the plank.
Do me a dexterity saving throw so not to fall in the muck, please.
14.
Okay.
Can the lizard carry me across?
Maybe if you ask her really nicely.
Say, could you carry me across?
Now looks at you and she says, Angaste says no.
Fuck you!
I look over. Pardon my friend for his
And fuck you too!
for
And then
his
I try to
ill
walk
manners
across.
and lack of respect and lack of culture or anything like that. Would you mind giving me a ride, though?
Now looks at you and she says, Angaste says yes.
Just pay the correct amount of respect and you're fine, right?
Yeah.
This is like the perfect example of the difference between a rogue and a bard.
Or
Textbook.
some of just common courtesy, you know.
You know what the difference between me and you?
I make this look good.
What's your dexterity saving throw?
17.
Yeah, you go through it, but you're gross. This stuff smells really bad. You don't see how it's good for your skin. Who else needs to get across?
I also walk over the plank.
Okay, dexterity saving throw, please.
It's
Does
oh, yeah.
does Vulcan get any get advantage for being small? For being small, not medium, so the plank doesn't wobble as much.
It's not a higher DC. I know that much.
Okay.
7, 8, 8.
Yeah, you successfully get across.
Yay.
So I'm
Okay,
so me and Vulcan are the only
And
ones.
Leo and Gaston carry Lou up and over. Excellent. Okay.
So
So.
I'm the only one who has mud on it on them that is
Well,
only
you
where
and
they
Archon.
wanted it to be. Everybody else is covered. I've just got it where I want it.
I'm having fun.
When I get across, I'll get out of the mud again and swipe all the mud off that I can. Put on my ropes because they're like loose ropes that I carry on basically, and put on my boots. I don't care if a little bit of mud is in there. I'm used to having salty water in there and whatever. And then look at everybody if everybody's okay, and look at my skin.
Your skin is so soft. Like
Look at this, mateys. Look at this.
like
What you be missing?
angel wings could not be softer.
I'm gonna start trying to put some of this in like an empty bag.
Please do not fill up the bag of holding with mud.
This is my bag. This is my bag for my personal use.
Excellent. Okay, so now you've crossed the beauty mud, you actually start to hear music and joviality coming down from the 3 tunnels in front of you.
Do I recognize the music?
It is quite elven in tone.
I am an
Are there
I do
lyrics?
elvish music. Elvish music is one of the things I do.
Are there lyrics that go with it, or
No,
because I
it's
speak
just
Elvish?
it's just kind of like vocal singing that goes with it, but it's quite soft. The music is what's more noticeable.
Well, I believe that's our destination, or at least it sounds like it.
It sounds way better than everything down here.
And it sounds way better than the screaming of demons.
Exactly.
Most things do.
So you have 3 tunnels in front of you.
Left.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm
With my trained musician's ear,
You can roll a perception check with an advantage.
18 on the first roll, 13 on the second, 18 plus 3 is 21.
You definitely know it's the right tunnel.
So I've spent a lot of time on islands and on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have any knowledge of like any legends about dangerous singing? Like, would I have heard of things like sirens and stuff like that?
Do me a history check.
So as Wrath
12.
as Wrath dramatically states left, I just point to the right hand tunnel.
Is not the right way, obviously. Thank you.
Well done. So you've heard of creatures that could lure people in with beautiful voices. You don't know if this is it or not, though.
Hold up, Blue. We might want to be a little cautious at least. There are things that use these types of songs to lure people in. I don't know if that's what this is, but we might want
Shall
to.
I be sending rotten,
certainly.
filthy beast up ahead so he
There,
can scout?
One at a time, guys.
Oh, certainly. There are indeed creatures that use song and festivity to lure in their prey. They're called brothel workers, and I happen to know quite a many of them.
Not all of us sing. I'm sorry to say.
Leo doesn't seem any unfazed by any of your talk. She's like, "Come on, stop wasting time. It's been a long day, and you'll stink to high heaven. Well, you two in particular, and you."
Who?
She points to Erdon, Omtom, and Wrath.
Okay. I'll clean myself with my prestidigitation.
What's that in your lap?
I follow.
Yeah, I'll use my prestidigitation to clean myself.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have that wizards.
Yep. What ye be talking about? I be clean as as a baby just coming from a mother's womb.
Yeah, that's not very clean.
It's not very
Very
clean.
at all.
It really isn't.
Well, we usually fling them straight into the water.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Are you able to hear yourselves?
Yes.
Yes.
Slightly,
I can hear
everyone
not
else.
anymore. Now we're good.
What about now?
It should be good.
Now it depends on if I talk very loudly or not. No, I can't hear myself. No good.
No.
I can't hear myself at all.
So we're just having a change of seats.
Aha.
Okay.
Okay.
We gave away our one chair.
Smart.
Oh, that's Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just on his lap.
Hello.
This is very professional.
Yes.
Whatever.
So this was gonna be.
So yes, as you journey down the tunnel, and the music gets louder and the songs and everything, you come upon another undescript temple, but this one is completely filled with silvery-haired maidens that all seem to be enjoying each other's company. There is food, there is water, and there is song.
I don't trust any of this shit because I
not
have
even a
been on
little.
sea and I've seen mermaids, so I want to see if this shit is real or not.
Do
Can
I
I-
recognize the scene before me?
Yes, you do. What you
Yep.
are witnessing is the evening song of the Illustrian priestesses.
Hmm. I go in and I
pull-
loudly burp.
I pull out the cittern and begin playing along as I approach.
They see you, and at first they seem quite surprised, but as you're joining in, they seem absolutely delighted, and they invite you to come join them in interpretive dance.
Certainly.
I can do interpretive dance because that's similar to drunken dance.
I will join in with the customs that I am familiar with. What?
By the way, if they're
Um,
naked, I'll go naked as well.
They're pretty
Yeah, I have a feeling you'll go naked either way.
Yeah, I will.
I don't remove any clothes. I just join in with
Yeah,
the
you can just join in.
facilities.
They don't seem phased whether you're dressed or not.
Yep.
Is this like a noble function, or is this like this? Does this have anything to do with like nobility or anything like that? Or...
Are they smoking anything?
I'm trying to figure out whether I would have any knowledge of this.
Apparently
Well, I don't join anything. I'm bummed out. I'll sit down and have a smoke.
I sit
and
down with
generally
Raph.
look like mad.
I just don't want to do it. I just stay away.
I'm just gonna check with the stream. Guys, can you hear me now?
Vulcan,
Yeah.
who
Yeah, we
needs
can hear
them,
you.
right? You and me,
Yeah.
buddy.
We can hear you, whether or not the stream
All
can
the
hear
way.
you, I don't
No,
know.
the stream couldn't hear me.
Okay.
You have an uncomfortable lap.
It's not built for comfort.
I'm just waiting to hear from the stream.
Yeah, they're. Let's see.
Oh, wait, 'cause they're behind 30 seconds.
You hear me, Tahina?
Super quiet DM right now.
Yep.
Hardly, they say.
Hardly.
Can you hear the rest of us?
Testing, testing.
Yeah, how do the rest of us sound?
Wait a minute,
Can
I'm
you
just
hear me?
adjusting all the
That's
volumes.
important. I don't have to.
Okay, can you hear us now?
Let's let the stream know.
Yay, we're back.
We're back.
Yay.
Excellent.
Everyone else is fine.
Okay,
Yes, they can
should
hear
be
you.
fine, I
Alright.
guess.
Okay, so as you guys settle down, the lead priestess stops her dance and she seems to greet Slael first. They seem to have a private word in Undercommon, to which I think only Omtum knows.
Yes.
You overhear them speaking, and Leo is discussing about how she was captured and who you guys are and how you assisted her escape, although she mostly did everything. And how you're pretty much bumbly idiots, but here you are. And that you've come to see the seer.
Everybody else just kind of sees it in Tom's face, just like his jaw set a little bit, his eyes kind of just like.
So she turns back to the rest of you, and she sits down, and she was like, the seer will be with us soon.
Right.
Good.
I'll just sit off to one side. I'll just sit down with the rest of the group, idly playing the Saturn.
I'll come sit down as well, naked still.
You should really put some clothes on, mate.
I'll look down
It's not
and
fair.
I'll just only take my cloak and put it around me, so most of it is hidden. It's a little bit of decency, you know.
They bring you washcloths and food and wine, and they just carry on about their business, various temple activities. And after a while, a cloaked figure approaches you. It seems possibly frail and hunchbacked. Whatever it is, this thing is old. It lowers its hood and greets you all. And what you see before you is a very old dragonborn.
By the way, Roth, what class were you again?
Rogue.
Rogue, okay.
Still.
What color dragon?
Yeah, I'm
Hello,
just.
you.
He's a very light, almost silver, but with a very blue tinge, a distinct blue tinge to him. So effectively
Oh,
blue, but it's faded, as if faded with time. His scales are cracked and worn, but he's still got a certain brightness to his eyes as he looks upon the group.
Looking over
Yar.
Greetings.
at the Argite. Would this be the seer?
Yes, this is the seer.
Looks like it.
Hello there.
The seer chuckles and says, "Seer, that is what some called me, though in truth my powers were not once what they were. Still, I'm sure I can tell you much that you will find useful. It is good
Well,
to see you again, Lady Torvir.
And to you, Valdazar, I hope you are keeping well.
Well enough, all things considered. The Underdark is no place for an old man." He
Doesn't seem like
shuffles.
much of a place for a young man either.
You are not wrong there, my friend. Now, he hobbles over. You hear the clicking of his staff as he approaches, and he settles himself. So there's some sort of fire at the fireplace. He invites the rest of you to sit around the fire with him.
I join him.
I'll join in.
Join.
Still playing a soft melody. Come and sit down.
I join in reluctantly.
By the way, what's wrong, my friend?
Nothing, I'm over it.
He's upset because he didn't get a ride with Angus. He's pouting.
Okay, and then I'll just turn back to the seer. We be told you could be helping finding some of our things we be finding. As I've been understood, some of my newly acquired, so to say, party members slash maybe by now even friends, and I look really, really with a friendly look towards
I'm sitting there with a thumbs up.
rest of the party, so it's an actual really open look and so we might be assisting some of your seeing prowess to find what we be searching for. For instance, me be searching for me puppy, which has been lost or abducted here a long time ago, and me be understood he still be around here somewhere where alive and well. So me be able to find him and get him out of this dreadful dark place would be a very excellent thing to do. And I'm sure these friends of mine are looking for something as well.
You have my sympathies, my friend.
I'm also looking for persons or people who may be lost down here. I'm searching for the barbarian Jira, as well as Madame Bedstone from the Impropriety Emporium in Waterdeep, as well as any of the workers who may still be alive from that house of Dispute, I guess. Someone's might be down here.
He holds up a hand. He says, "I fear I must apologize. Were things so simple, but My powers are anything but. Indeed, to be lost in the Underdark. The words alive and well are rarely used. I truly hope I can help you find what you search for, but you are seeking more immediate answers as to the threat you face. Is that not right?
That is correct. Now speaks. What do you know of the spread of Feazrus?
The Feazrus. I only know the whispers of my own dreams. The images granted to me by Bahamut. Yes, I see. I was walking upon a shore, but it was darkness, an underground sea. And fish that walked upon two legs spoke to me, and from that blackness a shadow rose to consume all. I apologize to all of you. As I have already said, my powers were not what they once were. Not in my youth, when I could see things clearly, when messages were given to me, but that privilege was long since denied me by my own doing. Regardless, I know this vision holds the key to what all of you seek. I feel that what every single one of you wishes to find, you will find here in the Underdark in due time. But for now, this great evil that has arisen, the one you have all seen with your own eyes, yes, the Feazrus, the demons.
Hey. All the things we ran away from.
Yes, the demons.
Can I say in the mind cloud, our walkie-talkie that only we can hear? I can say,
That's a good one.
this guy is fucking nuts.
Now here's you. She gives you a stern look.
I also say, like,
you
be
just want to
respectful.
remember who's actually on this thing.
Well, he not be incorrect, I say, within the mind, but he might be onto something.
I'm gonna take out the medallion that I have, and I'm gonna just say, I haven't had much of a chance to find anybody of draconic lineage down here. Would you, by chance, know what this is? It's about the only clue I've found.
That symbol is well known to me. That would be the emblem of the great wormsmith himself.
The Great Wormsmith.
Which one would that be now?
Valdesar then goes on to tell you that the Great Wormsmith is a red dragon that resides in Greckelstug, that is renowned throughout all of the Underdark.
Crackleston is 6 days away from here, about maybe a little bit longer right now.
Okay, so I just need to retcon all those dates I gave you. So, Sloopladub is 8 days away, but you're actually 3 days closer.
So that's from the deed gnomes, right?
Sloopladub is Kuatoa. Gracklestug is 28 days minus 3. Blindenstone is 20 minus 3. And Manzon Baranzon is 26 minus 3. I got the dates. I got the days wrong last stream. So retcon, new information.
Okay, this is a lot of information, not necessarily important at the direct moment. Could you possibly put this in Discord for us to copy and paste, because this is a little bit too detailish for us.
Yep, no problem.
Yep.
Thank you.
Not to contradict you, but not often is a red dragon quoted as being the kind of person you want to talk to regarding anything, really.
I'd imagine not, seeing as this emblem was left over after the raid. So that means that most likely something that came out of the Underdark was carrying this with them.
I'm gonna go on my memory here. It was a chromatic dragon, wasn't he? The red dragon. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. So, indeed, red dragons are not usually the ones you would seek out, but not all are alike.
And
all I can say.
Unfortunately, if whoever was carrying this is related to that red dragon, it may also mean that the people may
Well,
be in that direction as well.
like most creatures of the Underdark, slavery is rife. I would not be surprised if the Deep Doors didn't perform a raid of their own and take slaves.
Regardless, this emblem that you carry could well be a sign of trust to this dragon, as well as
thank
one
you
of
very
hostility.
much. Sorry.
Right. A little bit more casual information, not necessarily something you need to reach into your dreams or anything at all. But have you seen any sort of activity of a bunch of blokes wandering around with patches that have a winged snake on them?
I have not. I'm sorry.
That's the symbolism term.
Yeah, we know.
For
Jason
those,
knows as well.
for those watching that might not know, that's the symbolism term.
I sense your doubts. That is understandable, justifiable. In truth, I doubt myself at times. But know this. Lady Torvia can vouchsafe my integrity on the matter, if nothing else.
His
See-
visions have never led us astray before. What did you say? Fish that walk with 2 legs and speak?
Indeed. Beside the underground sea.
The Dark Lake.
You know of this?
Yes, by the Dark Lake is Sloopledup, which
Be
is...
there boats down here.
Yes, near the Dark Lake there is boats, which would take us to Sloopledup.
Let's go.
Right,
Let's bounce, let's boogie.
right,
Valdesar rises to his feet and begins to pack his things.
I don't doubt your visions. You're certainly welcome to come along if you'd like, but are you sure you should leave this place?
My path does not... Sorry. Sorry. My path does not lead me to remain here. I sense I must accompany you all. I think you will find that, while my skills as a seer have much to be desired, I am a healer of some skill.
That is always a good thing to have at hand. Another question. Do ye have any booze? Because my bottle is empty.
I'm sure we can find you something.
Anything strong?
I'm
It's the
sure.
Underdark. I imagine
Wine.
everything's strong down here.
Indeed, the Yellostrians are anything but teetotalers, I think you'll find.
Just refill it.
And with that, we are going to bring the session to a close.
Yay!
Everyone, welcome your new party member, Valdesar!
Yay, Baldassar.
Hooray!
Welcome.
Whose lap I will not be sitting on next week.
No, it's not good for either of us.
No, it's very uncomfortable. I'm not
Well,
holding myself
it's only half a lap as well.
Yeah, it's
and
only half
I'm
a lap.
contorted here.
So we have a new party member then.
Yes,
Welcome,
a
Jason.
cleric of Bahamut.
Life cleric of Bahamut.
We have a proper healer, not 2 half healers. Yeah.
We're really happy to have you, Jason.
Thank you very much. And yeah, he will be a diviner as well. Those skills we'll come into that a little bit later.
Yeah, so you will be a seer kind of creature, caster, and yeah.
You will need to unlock those skills, but yes.
Sounds
Okay,
good
cool.
to me.
So I hope you had fun.
Oh, we
Yes.
did. I did.
Just great.
You sure? I'm looking at all your
Yeah.
faces.
I did more talking this time.
You can smell
I got
lies.
to squash a demon.
Excellent. So hopefully we'll be back in about 2 weeks' time. We will discuss later about dates and time. Obviously, we have a date set. It will usually be the same day as Saturday, but in 2 weeks. But we'll discuss the time. We'll see if that's possible, especially with Lou, your schedule changing. It might be that we change the day. Thank you, darling.
2 weeks. 2 weeks should be fine.
Alrighty.
Once after that, I'm sure.
Right, so you've met your new party member. You are at an encampment. You can stock up, and then when we come back, we will head off to Sloopledup.
Yes.
By the
Yes.
way, everybody who's watching, don't forget to tune in on all the other streams we have planned for the next coming week, because I think we have a action-packed week ahead of us. So be sure to check in. Be sure to follow us. Be sure to join our Discord if you're not already joining us. Renee, if you could link our Discord, or anyone else, link our Discord in chat so people can join us to do all kinds of crazy role-playing shit.
And maybe, start up a game and have crazy fun like we are.
This is amazing. Leonie, thank you for DMing for us as well.
You are very welcome. You are very
Thank you.
welcome. Well, we'll say good night to everybody, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Once I can stop recording. Bye.